With that hat on, I would trust
Welcome everybody to another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. I'm your host, the life coach. With me, as always, is our resident redneck, the Briscoe Kid. Yeah, figured. And the legendary Redbeard.
Oh,
matey.
hey, did we set up the camera?
It's actually pretty spot on, believe it or not.
Even though I almost tripped over the fucking thing?
Even though you almost tripped over the thing. Well, hopefully Carly hops in here fairly soon and mods, because I could possibly get myself bounced really quick here with this comment. But
Ooh, we have a comment that's going to get us bounced.
yes,
that works fairly good.
why is it that say all transgender males, meaning biologically female,
Dudes that
identify
cut
as a
their nuts
male?
off?
No,
Or
well,
a chick with dicks?
No, they identify as. They're not to that level yet. Why is it that they all look like Drew Carey? Have you ever noticed that? I'm
Yeah,
just
but that's
serious.
the same thing. The really butch lesbian.
Well, okay, so hear me out. This is where I was kind of going with this. I'm not judging anybody's life choices. I'm not judging any of that. I don't care what you want to be identified. Yeah.
It's a stereotype thing, right?
Yeah, I don't care about that. But
No,
this
that's
is
exactly what you're talking about.
well, no, but this is purely observation. Yes, it is a stereotype, but it's
Yeah.
purely as an observation. So this is where I got it from. Nothing I'm gonna say here is gonna make myself sound good. It's all gonna make me sound horrible, but that's
I'm
okay.
going to top it, so you'll be fine.
Probably, but so
your bad statements. I'll make way worse.
yes, I will hand him, hey Carly, I'm gonna need you to mod me here because I'm probably gonna fuck something up. So I appreciate that you're back with us. So today I took my niece.
Spooky, scary lesbians.
I took my niece to for her birthday. My wife bought her tickets to SpongeBob the Musical.
Okay.
So
Here nor
whatever.
there.
Here nor
SpongeBob
there.
was in town and no one told me.
Yeah, SpongeBob was in town. I took my niece and her friend to this. But earlier in the week, my wife says to me, she says, "Oh yeah, Riley has a friend coming with her. It's a boy." And I went, "Okay."
you didn't even think to ask, did you? You were like, oh, okay.
No, I knew better. Automatically, I was like, "You're wrong. It is not a boy." I knew.
Why did you clarify it was a boy?
Well,
Yeah, wait a minute. Or am I about to cross a line or
well,
something?
because my niece is all about the non-binary gender. She's all about all of that stuff.
yeah.
Again, I don't
Just
care.
like everybody
Yeah.
else.
I don't care.
I know, just the idiots. But go ahead.
But either way,
There we
and
go.
and then we get to today when I'm going to go get them, and then my wife says, and my wife's very much about them having their stuff too, which
Yeah,
is
I
fine.
know.
Don't care.
She listens to the first 5 minutes of this. I'm gonna get an ass chewing, I'm sure.
Now she won't listen to it, but maybe she will. Maybe I'll get an ass chewing too. But either way, today she says, "Oh, it's a transgender boy," and I'm like, "Yeah, kind of thought so. I figured that from the start,
Right.
So I go pick them up, and out wanders my niece, and I don't know which one my niece identifies on any other day. So as with anybody like that, as far as I'm concerned, you're your name.
I was gonna say you hopped out and went, hey y'all.
No,
I'm gonna
it's
pull the redneck on this one.
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all.
Yeah. It's I call her by her name. I don't know what she wants to be or whatever, but out wanders her friend, and this is where I get it. Her friend wanders out, and this is where I get the Drew Carey comment, because you remember the Drew Carey show. He's kind of short, he's fat, got the buzzed
I
hair.
wouldn't even say he's fat, but he's huskier.
He's whatever.
He has the
Look,
the Q-tip haircut.
Yeah. So 90%.
You could see him with the stud in the side of his nose, like you could see that being there.
So what I'm going to tell you that, and I just 90% of the born female that want to identify as male just look like a bull dyke is all they look like, or Drew Carey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But comes wandering out, and I'm like, yeah, I could have seen that coming. Why can't you just be a lesbian? I mean, ultimately, that's what you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
just with different anatomy, right?
No,
No, they can't change that.
they
part,
can't
technically.
change. I mean, so
If you're
Well, that's
born a
what-
female,
that's what
you
I'm saying.
can't make a hole a pole.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm. Okay, so it's a girl that is trying to be a boy.
yes,
Okay.
it identifies that. But that's what I'm saying. This, yeah. this though,
can't make a hole
again, and I'm not trying to
That's
make.
just like
Yeah.
Here, let me reach up in here and grab
Science.
the end of this
Yeah.
and pull it out, and we'll spray some lacquer on it, and it'll stay.
Well, so for me, and even
Oh,
probably for
shit.
you guys, it still would have been a time like the way I would. Just looks like a butch lesbian. That's
but worse.
no.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they look a little bit different because here's when I think
no.
of butch
They
lesbian,
wear shorts. They have a shaved head.
Uh-huh.
She happens to wear glasses, but they wear, no offense, Brody, the black. Well, yours are a little different, but yours are brown. But they wear the black glasses, and
No.
They normally have a chain of some sort.
No, I'm on a different page than you because the butch lesbian to me is in whether it be Carhartts or some sort
No.
of work pant.
No.
Yep.
No.
With the fucking and if it's hot outside, it's cut off. It's a fucking cut off.
Yeah, but
they're normally wearing boots that haven't seen
No,
real work. a
They're
day in their
always
fucking
in
life.
cargo shorts. They have some sort of like.
No, well, maybe
Yes,
just when
they're
not
in
off
cargo
work,
shorts
but
most
yeah.
of the time. I'm telling you right now. I just thought it was interesting. So it gets in the car, and I'm driving him.
They always have like an eyebrow piercing too.
Yeah.
It gets in the car.
Well, you can't call it.
What do you want me
her.
to call it? It's
They, them.
them, they, it, who's, whatever.
The confusion group got in the car.
No, that's probably okay nowadays, but like if you called someone an it like 15 years ago, they'd be like, "What the
Ass
fuck did
whooped
you just
right
call
there.
me?"
Yeah, they
Ass
were-
whooped in the
well,
parking
Like,
lot.
Thank you for
Acknowledging my gender
Oh,
role.
I'm so glad you didn't call me a him.
Well, so that.
Fuck.
So I asked, I was like, hey, I didn't catch your name, by the way. And they tell me it's Ray. And I'm just like, oh. And all I want to
Did
do
you
is.
ask- is
No,
that
I-
short for like
Nope, I didn't.
Rachel?
I did not. I stopped myself from, how'd you come about that one? Like, how'd you choose Ray?
Right.
Obviously, no. I just.
Oh, it was the manliest one she could think of. Or it
and
could think of.
maybe, I don't know. I just find it interesting.
Just being politically correct. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
I just.
We're not very good at this.
I
I'm not good at this.
I'm not.
What happened to back in the day when you either had a pole or a hole? I mean,
Well,
it was easy.
one of the things I find interesting about it just in general is, so for me growing up, and I know there's the 10-year age gap, but for me growing up, most people who had any sort of gender thing, or whether they were homosexual, whatever it was, they didn't want a label to it, right? They didn't want labels. That was the whole thing. No, we're just people. We want to be accepted. We don't want a label, right? We just want to be left alone. And somewhere in there, it has changed to, no, I want all these labels and to be acknowledged. And it,
Oh
You
my
have to
God.
call me
yeah, it,
what I want to be
like-
called. I don't give a fuck about you.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you what I think you look like when I see you.
I'm,
Yep.
I'm going to call you by your name.
That's
So,
it. If I know your name,
yeah.
or I'm like, if I don't know your name, I'm like, yeah, that woman over there, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry if that's.
I think my favorite one, and I love to do this to like butch lesbians, walk up and be like, "What's up, bro?" It's
Yeah.
instant gratification, and they're like, "I can get with this guy, right? Like it's fine. I can deal with this guy."
My thing is like when they get mad at a stranger for not like knowing. Like,
yeah, how are
how am
you
I
supposed to
fucking
know? Like, I'd walk up and, although seeing this, seeing them, I would
But
be
you
like,
thought it was a butch, so you would probably still call.
I would have
them-
still,
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this.
yeah,
Them, her.
I would have. Well, I'll be honest
What's up,
though.
butch?
No, and this is gonna
Where's Sundance?
this is gonna sound horrible too, but here's the thing about a lot of the butch lesbians: they tend to be bigger. They were big enough.
You have to
They-
make sure you can throw around the fucking feminine one.
Well, but they were big enough that
We're not getting into that.
I'm
You
just
could-
telling you that's how it
We've had
works.
enough of that this week.
you could reasonably debate whether
Or you can tell which is which.
no, this one
'Cause she's always like a pinup girl. Like she's always
no,
in
no,
the
no. But what I'm saying is some of your more butch type lesbians or identifying as men, some of them are bigger, enough bigger that it's kind of hard to discern whether it's just a fat boy
Right.
or a.
Here's where I'm going to even the playing field on all of this, though. Okay.
Voice usually gives it away.
Surprisingly, they had a fairly deep voice.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
had
a lot
you
of 'em are
had
this.
you picked up the phone and were talking to them, you wouldn't have known.
Hi, this is Bertha.
And you know,
that
being-
shit.
This is Ray.
Yeah, exactly. It's with that. But the best part is you would think to yourself, and all the hot ones are big old bitches, right? So you're thinking, man, I bet you she's smoking hot. Her voice is fucked. I bet you she's got a fucking set of cans.
but
and-
the reason I say you can never go by voice, because even at the same time, I have, hey Kendall,
Sup,
he hit us on
Morocco?
Twitch. I have more than once, less so later in life.
After this episode.
No, here's where I'll level the playing field, though. A lot of your straight couples are very stereotypical.
Oh yeah,
Okay. There's either the big guy and the little gal, the really big woman and a certain type of male.
yes, scrawny little bitch boy.
Right. Or tall, toothpick motherfucker
Yeah,
with two Tontina the tank.
yeah, and you're like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Does he
Or
get
there's
lost in
there's
there?
a couple of them that if you hooked a bungee cord to either one, bungee cord's fucked when they hit the end of it. Okay. I mean, so there's stereotypical shit that there's an exception to the rule. Like we follow currently on TikTok a lesbian couple who's very big,
do?
not like size wise, but
Oh,
their TikTok is very big.
who's that?
I can't remember the name of it, but
No, I follow a few actually. There's
Yeah.
one on TikTok that follows us called like. There's this one dude called Robert the Bear, and all of his posts are about hot guys, but some of them are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, which
but
I mean,
there's a one I follow too called like Unlearn, and she likes to call everybody hun, and she'll kind of school
Mhm.
them.
yeah.
I'm sure Brock hates her, but I find her
No,
fucking funny.
I giggle at most of her
Yeah,
shit, even though
and
I'm like, oh,
I'll tell
okay.
you what, man, I don't know what she did, but her partner is fucking hot. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of their lives, and she'll be sitting there, and I'm like,
It's called confidence.
I was like, God damn, how did you score that?
It's called confidence.
No,
In my
it's-
case, it's called making a steady income.
No, it's called. My guess is she was once a battered woman, because you always know that the hot
Oh,
ones that
yeah,
were
the
abused
hot ones always had some
wind
sort of-
up with a.
You can get them to a certain point, and they click into pissed off Latino woman. Like it doesn't matter what color she is, any of that. It's that portion of the lesbian relationship. You click them into, oh, we've gone too far. It's like they go. I mean, it's the worst Latino meltdown you've ever seen in your life. Even if it's in a different fucking,
I just think you find a lot of women who were in abusive relationships with men wind up being in lesbian relationships, and I don't know if it's always because they're actually a lesbian or they just finally found somebody who
I think it's
treated
just
them.
because the butches hate men so much that it helps them get it out,
No, I just think it's the.
and then they're trapped again.
I think women are better at being like, look, I can go down on another chick if that means she takes care of me and treats me nice. Like let's face
I
it.
could feel like I'm always in college.
I was like, right. As a man, we don't necessarily have a whole lot to offer that they can't find in a toy version.
Well, that's true. With a whole lot less bitching
Yes,
or beer.
right?
you know.
That's what I mean. So it's one
No,
of those things.
I get to the same where you look at it in stereotypical ways, right? You look at the whole thing. Most people, you look at them, you're like, I know what you date or what you're married to, or
yeah.
what, I mean, you look at somebody and you can kind of tell that. And I think lesbians really just kind of put it out there. Like, you don't have to read it. You turn her, you went, yep, this is what's going on.
Oh yeah.
So not to say that it's bad,
No, I don't think it's bad at all. That's not.
you know.
No, like I said, my thing at the end of the day is I don't give a shit what you do with your personal life. Just don't get mad at me when I mislabel you because I don't fucking know you. That's my thing.
Here's where I'm at with it. I would it would strike more of an importance in my mind if it wasn't your entire personality.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like I don't give a
Yeah, it's
flying
like-
fuck if you want to hang the flag on your front door of your house, like whatever that flag may be. I could give two flying fucks. Why has it got to be your whole personality? Why can't it be a portion of your personality? And then, like, maybe, I don't know, let's talk about something else.
well but I think that goes to a bigger thing beyond just the whole gender thing or LGBTQ plus.
I'm going to say this
You're
just
gonna-
because this will be the best one that gets it. If you wake up, eat, sleep, and shit the fucking rainbow, that's great. You're irrelevant to me. You wake up and eat, sleep, and breathe some of the other stuff and maybe shit the rainbow, we're okay. But you got to have some sort of
Yeah, you can't make it
personality.
like, this is my whole life.
Well,
Yeah.
but that goes back to we
Which I
allow.
get it, like it's a part of your life, but it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be your whole fucking.
Right. And you don't have to
Main
target
focus of your
everybody
life,
with it
yeah.
either.
And you don't have to like. I'm sorry, but then he goes out of like just this kind of crap into other things. If someone just makes one thing their
Well, so
Right.
that
reason for waking up every day, it's like, all right, get some hobbies, bud.
well, and see that's no, I'm
Get some hobbies, bud.
I'm going the same way as Brody to take it out of even the gender thing or gay, straight, whatever, to take it out of that. People who they find something, they dive all in, and that's all they are after that.
Mhm.
It's like workout guy or
Oh, Jesus.
CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Fucking
Half the stuff
CrossFit
in
people.
Your mouth shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, just
What?
the vegans.
Oh
They-
my
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, it's just like
Vegans,
find
vegetarians.
another hobby outside of that. You can be that, but I don't
Yeah.
want that to be the only thing we're discussing whenever
No
I
shit.
have a conversation with you.
yeah,
Like, I
that,
get that
Or you
you're,
make it everything about that. It's like, come on,
yeah.
put some diversity in your life.
I
Yeah,
get that
your
you're a
whole
vegan.
life
You don't
is
see me
one
just
thing.
Talking about guns
Right.
constantly. I talk about other shit.
Well, it's like, it's like.
but if
yeah,
you
I
get
that
him
you're
down the
vegan.
gun train, he will
Yeah.
go that way. Yeah.
If someone brings it
Yeah.
up.
But then that's common ground. If you're having that conversation with somebody else that likes that, now you found a common ground, something you can talk about. But you have to be able to find different common ground with other people because
Seriously.
same thing. I'm not going to talk to you about guns. You know why? I don't know shit about them. It's not my gig.
It's not one of your
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
But like same thing, me and Brock will sit and talk about softball a whole bunch.
Fuck yeah.
But at the
Not
same
really my
time,
thing, but I'll sit there and listen.
yeah. So
I'll
you'll
make
listen.
fun of you guys.
Yeah. But we'll all find other things to talk about. Now with Eric, we just talk about whatever random shit comes out of Eric's mouth. But it's
Yeah, for the
entertaining.
most part.
But how many times do we ask, or we just ask random questions and it sparks a whole conversation, which is basically our whole podcast, like the
Right.
philosophy it's on. But yes, it gets annoying to watch people that they're only one thing. I tell you
Yeah.
the same things with like potheads.
Politics?
No, potheads are another one.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, man, everything's
Everything's
about weed.
See,
Yeah,
but the best part about potheads is every week it changes. They're sober just long enough to learn a new thing, and then they get high, and for the next week, that's what it is.
there it is.
But on Sunday, when they got to sober up again real quick because they had something going on to, they see something else, and then they're about that for a whole week.
Well, and
So at least it changes.
politics are the same way. But in any of
Mhm.
these things, the one common thing anymore, though, is they won't diversify from their view. So even if you're
Well, it's
cross,
just the closed-minded part.
well, right, but it's rampant because it's the same thing. You can take pro or con of the LGBTQ. They pick their side and they're staunch on it. They won't even have a discussion. Politics is no different. But even the CrossFit person, if you're like, oh yeah, I like to go jog, they're like, no, you need to be doing this, and eat. And you're like, okay,
Yeah. I
yeah.
can lose a couple pounds. No, fuck you. You got to get in the gym and do this. And
Yeah.
do this and do that. Bitch, I said I want to lose a few pounds.
Yeah.
I didn't say I wanted to pick up a fucking dump truck.
Bitch,
Yes.
I have a life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, right.
Yeah, I
because
love
that.
that.
becomes all consuming. That's the
Yeah.
thing is you eat, breathe, sleep, shit,
Oh, yeah.
just that one thing. But
I
I
used to be that way about baseball. Like baseball and softball and shit. in high school. You know,
Well, yeah.
that's all it was. It's just what it was. It's what I did.
That's
It's what I
different.
trained for.
It's like that's high school.
Right. But when you get out of that, you have to. Here's the other one that really gets me that we're fucking up our kids with now is we don't let them have their own opinion. Right.
Correct.
It's not okay to have an opinion because it's going to upset somebody else. But the biggest issue is we breed into them our opinions.
Right. And
right?
the minute they have something diverse from us, we're like, no,
No,
you're wrong.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
No. Right. But here's it to a point where we're now so bad at it that we're claiming children to be gay 3 fucking months into life. Right. You know what? That
transgender in the womb. Haven't
Yes.
you heard that now?
How the hell do you? Who's done that?
This is the kind of shit
It's
that goes
the
on.
new thing. Children know they're transgender in the womb.
My thing is,
Okay.
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I thought I was a fucking dinosaur at one point.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
I
sure.
was Tony Hawk for at least
But
three,
yeah.
4
I
years.
grew up and realized, no, you weren't, you fucking idiot. You may be as tall as one, but
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm pretty
I
sure.
might be the same size as a Rhinoceros Rex. but-
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Ricky Henderson and Mark McGuire. I've been
yeah.
them all,
Oh,
like
yeah.
at some point in time.
that's the one thing I don't like is bringing the kids into it. It's like,
Yeah, here's my point
sure,
on it.
you
If
go along with it, but don't.
if you want to have an opinion on it, that's absolutely fine. But when you force your kids to have that opinion,
No,
fuck you. Your opinion just became a whole lot less valuable because you have to breed it into your children. No, let them have their own fucking opinion, and then we'll see if they take yours or not. Because if they do, then you can see a little bit of validity in the statement. But if they don't pick that, if they
Right.
no, fuck you, you're dumb. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, it shouldn't be a thing. Like you shouldn't be allowed to just dump it on your kids, right?
And then if when they grow up and they decide, hey, actually, I am aligned the same, then that's fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, I even kind of see it too. Like I want Maggie to be world's greatest hunter or
well,
softball player or whatever, right? I want her to pick whatever one thing and I want her to be the best at it,
right.
right? Today we had an issue where I brought in the gun from the truck, which she seemed fine with earlier. But the second I walked past her, she like got scared. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? Now, if she continues to stay scared, I'm not going to force her into it. I'm not going to force her to fucking deal with that. But it's still, we sat down and did a bunch more of these are dad's guns. You don't touch these guns. They're not, they're not scary. They're not going to come at you. You know, they're not going to.
But there's a certain way you use them and you have to treat them with respect.
Right. So to me, her jumping away from it's like, fuck. You know? Dang it. But at the same point in time, that's what she's going to be. I'm not going to fucking take it away from her.
Oh,
or make her, here, you have to. No, fuck that.
Well, I did the same thing with Cy then playing sports. He said once he wanted to do T-ball. He did it. He didn't really like it. The next year comes around, we're like, you want to play first year baseball? Oh, yeah. He said, yeah. By a couple weeks in, you could tell he was out. But he finished the thing. He didn't like it. And then at the end, he goes, please don't ever make me do that again. And we were like, we weren't making you do it the first time. We asked. Like, so it was. So
I'm a big advocate for the can't quit, though.
Yeah.
You signed up for this. Now you have to follow it through. And then next year, we won't sign you up for it.
Right. And I'm the same way. But I didn't even have to advocate for that. He just did it. He was like, he stuck it out and then was like, I don't want to do it again. He was very clear. But I respected the fact he tried it. But as much as same thing, I want him to be the athlete or be that because that's the kind of things I'm interested in.
Right.
It's like, no, that's not what he's interested in. And so, you do you, buddy.
Right. See, and that's it. I mean, you get back to the gender portion of it though, and it's these people now claiming that their kids are these certain things, and it's like, shut your fucking mouth. It's the same thing with like the politics, right? That there's a Republican child, or
Oh yeah.
this one here's a Democrat, like they're gonna grow up to be just like us, and blah blah blah. And it's like we don't need any more of that.
Yes.
From either side, like we don't.
Yeah.
Any side of any situation, you see this, right? It doesn't matter whether you're talking about sports, politics, gender, any of it, right? Like you talk about all of that, there's always going to be the extreme ends of it, right?
Well,
Right.
kids are impressionable. They're little sponges. Up to a certain age when they start thinking for themselves. They're gonna
24. Your brain is not fully developed until you are between
even,
24 and
little kids,
26. Yeah,
their whole thing is like, what can I do to make mom and dad happy?
Yeah.
to a degree.
Yeah,
Ultimately,
but,
they're
like,
being
most of the time,
brainwashed.
like,
It's just
that's
how
what
far
they're-
you want to brainwash the
Oh,
child.
it makes mom and dad happy when I do this. I'll keep doing this.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's acceptance. We're all trying to be part of the tribe, one way or the other, right?
It's training.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, you'll do things or not do things because you were trained at a very young age to not do or do those things, right?
Right.
Like even still to this day, I won't I'll let any female walk through the door before I ever go through the door, right? Or
Well, right. You
know,
were taught these are the manners. These
you
are
learn
the
these
things
things,
you do.
yeah, as kid, like little, right? Even if you're just standing there helping dad hold the door open because it's too big for you to hold open, you learn it, right? So you learn those things, but it's
you
the
also
I'm going to
choose
take
to
it to a
continue
fucking
those.
extreme, and they don't get a choice. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. My kids do and be like, "You think that was the correct choice?" No, yeah, cool. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you think so. You know, I mean, when you get to that certain point now, as a child, toddler, what are you doing? No, we don't do that.
Right.
Quit, stop, whatever. You know, but going to that extreme of be like me looking at my daughter saying, "No, you're a boy. You have to be a boy."
Yeah.
You're it's a lengthening of training. It's brainwashing to the furthest extent it's not okay.
Speaking of, I have these guys on board, or at least Brody, to watch that show. So now you have to watch
I
that
was
show
gonna
this
watch
week.
it the night we talked about it, and
You have to
can
watch it
this week.
week.
We're gonna talk about it
Next week. We can do a podcast on it.
it just doesn't. I don't want to. I feel like I'm gonna be dirty afterwards.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Really?
You have a shower.
It sounds horrible.
He
the
described it
things
to me,
men
and
do
I
to
was
the.
like, Yep, I'm gonna be screaming at my TV.
Yeah, I told Brody. I was
I'm
like,
no, man.
you
I just
will
feel like
wind
I'm
up
gonna be
yelling
dirty.
at your television. And he was like, what?
I'm gonna
Oh,
get a noise complaint.
yeah.
Stop doing that. Is someone dying? in here? No, I'm just pissed off this show. You want to watch?
Carly, I bet Carly's probably already watched it. It's on Netflix. It's called Kidnapped in Plain Sight.
I have to watch it with the lights on.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
There's not a horror movie attached to Idaho. Because we have enough of our own fucking nightmares, is the only thing
Yeah.
I could think of.
Oh, yeah.
We live here. Isn't that
Yes.
enough?
We have some fucked up shit that has happened in this state.
You know, most of it revolves around Mormons.
Or neo-Nazis.
Well, that too.
I don't necessarily want to go there, but yeah.
I'm just saying it does.
The current one you're talking about absolutely revolves around Mormons.
See, Carly says that was intense. I knew she'd already watched it. Because every woman ever is all about true crime and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Watched it
That's-
immediately.
See, but I think I have a strong theory that is only because they're trying to figure out how to get away with killing their husbands.
Now they already know. I already know that
and also like, okay, what are the signs I need to look out for so I don't end up being one of these?
these.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It always fascinates me though how much women love true crime.
Oh,
Not gonna
yeah.
lie, it's honestly kind of. I'm subscribed to a podcast that talks about true crime.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
some
fun
of
to
it's.
listen to when you're driving like long distances. It's like,
Oh, hell
I'll
yeah.
listen to this.
Oh yeah,
Do you classify yourself as they, them?
No.
Okay. All right. As long
my
as you-
wife had me listen to one like the last kind of road trip thing we took.
Yeah.
And it was nuts too. This guy did all this shit for this lady. And even at the end of it, even after she tried to kill him, he was like, yeah, basically, yeah, I'd still go back to her. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Jesus.
yeah, you're just like,
The one my wife listened to.
I'm sorry, but no pussy is that good. I'm just
Right? Right?
She had that.
Jesus.
I would, dude.
Holy fuck.
She had that gorilla grip.
Oh yeah. No, the one that my wife listens to, the podcast that she listens to all the time is Small Town Murder.
Oh, I think my wife listens to that one too sometimes.
And the way they talk about it, I can get with because it's the same way I would talk about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Just be a dick to these fucking assholes, right?
Well, and that's
But they go even further. They talk about like the actual setting of the whole thing, right?
yeah.
They talk
Yeah.
about the murderer or whoever. They talk about the like how they grew up, where they grew up, when they moved to the town that it was all committed. You know, when they got married, how many times they were married, blah blah blah, all this shit, right? And then they tell you like the values of homes in that day and age in that area. Was it a blacks?
yeah, they
Asian,
give you an
Hispanic,
idea of the demographics,
They
and
basically put you on the sidewalk walking through town.
that's cool
It's
though.
pretty cool.
That's awesome
And
to do it
then
that
they
way.
just fucking make fun of the douche canoe that killed whoever or whatever. They fucking
Yeah,
tell you the whole
Problem
story,
is
and they just talk mad shit. And yeah,
have,
so I can
have
get
you
with that
seen
one.
the Joe Kinda? Have you seen? Oh, show your. Just ask your wife. She'll find if she ever finds Joe Kinda, you'll end up watching a bunch of them. He was a cop, I think in Colorado Springs, but he goes through a bunch of his stuff, and it's crazy.
See, I always like the police side. Right?
Sheffy has
arisen.
has arisen, and he says, "The fuck is Brock doing with his taco hat?"
Hey, bitch! Don't come at me about my hat.
Look,
Fucking
Sheffy,
see you.
you're over the pond. This is Americana at its best.
He's ready to go mine some gold.
Yeah.
Gold up in them dark hills.
There be gold in them there hills.
Yeah, Carly said, she's like, I like podcasts. How do you think I got here? Well, that's fair.
Yeah. No, I like the ones where you hear the stories. Like they did a TV show, and I still haven't found it, but it was about if you've seen NCIS, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or not? What is it? Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Where the profilers, right? That to me is fucking cool. I like the profile.
Yeah.
Of that, right? Let's figure out how he did it, whatever, what drove him to do it, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And then all they're doing is stacking together and creating stereotypes of people and as to why. Yeah, it might be a little bit different than the last guy, but it's still driven along the same lines. You know, he started killing animals, and then, it kind of worked his way up. He started putting people in danger, and then he started murdering people.
Yeah, that's how profiler there's
Yeah.
commonalities between all of them that you can
Right.
start to look at and be like, oh, this is a type behavior.
Yeah, but to me, that's the fun part. Like I like watching all that shit where they actually hunt the motherfuckers down. To me, that would be the part because I want to hunt somebody. Like I wouldn't want to be the guy getting hunted. I want to be the guy hunting them down.
Yeah. Carly said she may have to have surgery next week, so she may be out next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope it goes
Oh,
well.
yeah. We wish you the best. Sheffy, I'm only going to read half of it, but looks like he went into a warp tunnel and came out worse than the. I won't say the rest.
Well, that doesn't do any good, but all right.
That's for Brody's sake. He says he looks worse than the Japanese midget with squeezy cheese leaking out of their asshole.
Didn't take him long.
I was gonna say he hit like every
Literally,
note.
The 3 things he said he didn't
Yes,
want to talk
yes.
about.
Tired of talking.
Yes,
Oh, man.
he hit all of them in one shot.
Oh, fuck.
That's why I was like, I'm gonna read about half of this. Yes.
Sheffy will find the way.
Right. Oh yeah, he always does.
He loves to talk
Oh,
about.
man. Those
that's
are his
funny.
favorite, man. He loves
He
anal
does.
cheese midgets. That's
All right, that's it. We're done talking about those things.
I was gonna say, I bet Sheffy's search history on the internet is quite interesting.
Dude, I'd love to see his browser.
Yeah, I was
history.
gonna say his browser history is probably pretty.
Brody's like,
epic.
I only want to see it in private. I don't wanna see it in public.
I don't want to see it at all. That'll keep me up at night.
What keeps you up
With
at 3 a.m.?
excitement.
Yeah.
No, Brian.
With excitement.
Stop now before I throat punch you.
Okay, I got one more, and then we'll move on. I want to make a squeezy cheese gun, like an actual gun, right?
Yeah.
I think that would you just CO2 power it, and
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That'd be like if you
could
ever
blast. You could
There's a-
blast midget anuses
We
for
talked about
fucking
it for a
days.
second.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right.
So back to hunting.
So and Chef, yeah, and people. Sheffy threw out a
Think
would
about
you
how
rather
easy it
though.
would be to hunt midgets.
Oh my god.
I don't know. They can hide better, you know.
Here,
I could see them hiding better, but they're not going to run as quick.
all right, come on, enough. I'm kind of with Brody. Like we've beaten that horse to death. Speaking of
Says
horses,
you.
though, Sheffy says, would you
Oh.
rather have a human body with a horse's vagina or a horse body with a human vagina?
Can I opt out on this one? That's just wrong.
Yeah.
I don't
feel
think
like
either
there's a
way
better
is
answer
good.
to this.
Eh,
Wouldn't they both still be bestiality?
I would think so.
I'm kind of against.
You're-
Well,
bestiality.
That's. I was gonna say.
Kind of against
I think that's illegal in most
Not even
states, but
kinda,
probably
I am
Florida.
against it.
well, the first one's a hot dog in a hallway, and the other side is too fuzzy.
The other side is
too fuzzy.
Too
a mule whoop to the balls.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Fuck, that would turn me off.
Yeah, I was
Fucking go
gonna
flying
say.
through a fence.
Yeah, I don't think there's a
Oh,
good
that's
outcome
a good
either way.
Good way to get a vasectomy, though.
Oh, you know what we needed though?
Have you seen that guy?
What guy?
Oh,
There was like
no.
a show about like weird sex things, and there's a guy out there that fucks his horses, and his wife is completely okay with it,
well, because she doesn't have to give it up.
and he has a stool. He puts it down and bends behind his horses.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Goes up on this
Unless
stool.
he's 8 foot tall, I'd kind of think him needing a stool.
Because there was like clips of it on YouTube of the show.
What the
Talking about
fuck,
these
Carly?
sex people, and like the clips were like the horse probably don't even feel it, doesn't even know what's going on back there.
I
Like,
want to
"Oh,
know how.
checking my temperature. I see.
I want to know how many times he's been kicked though and knocked off this stool.
Yeah, how
like
many
you
times
know.
he's had broken legs?
Yeah.
And shit.
So, so Carly said, "Did y'all see the article where the dude made his wife's bladder explode by putting an air horn in her vagina and blowing it?"
We were doing so good.
I know.
Made this about sex again.
I was gonna say we were trying.
It's only a matter of time. We're talking
I was
about
gonna say-
hunting people and profiling, and now we're talking about blowing up.
You know, and it all goes because all of these like murderers and serial killers and stuff all have some weird sex fetishes and stuff.
Well, yeah, I
They-
mean, most of it's that way. Most of it's like an endorphin release that they can't get without some sort of sexual
yeah.
connection to their.
Well, right. The
Victim.
somehow the violence of it or the power or control or whatever it is
Yeah.
of that translates into that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would tell you that most murders happen for like one of two reasons: either just pure anger, or then it becomes the little man syndrome, where you just don't have power and you're grasping for all of that.
Yeah.
Right. But it has some weird sexual connection to something else. I mean, ultimately, I think just about every married man, their sexual like thing is to see how far their wives will let them push the envelope.
Yeah. No, there's true. Sheffy is waiting for you to break off a chunk of your hat and eat it in the cheese moat that surrounds it.
There's wire all the way around. Dude, have you seen my? Well, no, but it's not like I'm cutting through shit with these teeth.
He needs soft foods.
You need to get him an edible hat.
He
Well,
would
it
eat
wouldn't
it.
last long.
Sounds gross, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
It's like
sweating
edible
in it.
underwear.
Fucking-
Fucking your head.
Edible underwear is gross.
There's fruit by the
Oh,
foot hat I
ouch.
have. It's sticking to my forehead.
Did Daddy take you on a fishing trip when you were young? Stepdad? Someone's dad?
Ooh, what?
He's basically making a joke that you've been.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm lost.
Eh.
I guess fishing means you've been molested.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I don't know how those two correlate.
I don't either. Well, maybe that's how they do it over the
Jeffy, are
pond.
you trying to tell us something?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're stabbing in the dark at the wrong people, bud.
All my fishing trips were above belt, Jeffy.
Yeah. Look, man, just because you played with bobbers doesn't mean I played with bobbers.
Shit.
I'm way better at a jerk rig.
Just because you played with the worm doesn't mean that's the kind of worm I was playing with.
Sheffy said, "Is that what Daddy said?"
I don't know. You probably got a better line on that answer than I do.
I prefer to go spelunking.
Spelunking.
Caving.
Yeah, I know what spelunking is, but it's funny that you always have the answer that's like so just
And it sounds so wrong.
Yes.
It's so
Spelunking?
innocent.
That's a normal word.
Pretty sure people don't use spelunking a lot these days.
Unless they're involved in
Exactly.
the act of spelunking.
Can you stop saying spelunking?
I was waiting for it to
For
make
some
you
reason,
uncomfortable.
It sounds like some sort of ejaculation.
That's
type of-
spunking. Okay. There's a
Ooh,
difference there.
spunking, huh?
I'm gonna spelunk all over your.
No, spunk all over your. Not spelunk.
No,
Spelunk
spelunking
sounds like
wrong.
you're gonna drop a deuce on her or
I-
something.
Yeah, actually, it sounds like a joke that some couple goes
I'm gonna
to a cave
spelunk
or
you
something.
tonight. Oh.
Spelunk right into your pussy.
I think I've been live banned. I bounced over to my slot machine game to get my deal, and then Carly just said I was banned. So-
Mattered.
All because you had to play slots.
No, I'm pretty sure it was probably when I think I said molested, and I'm sure that's what the keyword that
I'm
got
sure
me.
The
Fucking-
molest word is probably a
Yeah.
We
bad
can't
one.
talk about real issues.
Yep, suspended.
Not allowed. How dare
Hateful
you.
behavior policy attacks, threatens, incites violence, dehumanizes.
Yeah, blah blah
Okay.
blah blah blah.
No.
Fuck the Chinese.
TikTok
Jesus Christ, this is how
misunderstands.
bad the world has come to over here. Like
Um,
literally everything here is made in
deal.
China, including the like.
Submit.
No,
top
not even
app.
That. Just can't talk about shit without. Oh, nope.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's the whole offend somebody thing,
Yeah.
which I do on a daily basis.
Well,
I mean, it's not hard for me to
Yeah,
offend
but it's
somebody.
How do you ever expect to have discussions about things if fucking you can't talk about them?
You're not supposed to have discussions. You're supposed to just accept.
that's a week-long ban.
Ah, buddy.
Oh. Yeah.
I like how there's just silence in the podcast.
Yeah, Sheffy. Sheffy now says, "Let's get freaky then." Yeah, I mean, we kind of.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans time.
Brown chicken, brown
Okay.
cow.
Yeah, you not heard the song?
Yeah.
It's brown chicken, wow, wow.
I know, but
Yeah,
that's why
that's
it's
the
brown
original.
chicken, brown cow.
Yeah.
Like brown chicken. Wow.
You've never heard of it?
Oh,
You've tried to become an Idahoan so hard, and I'm surprised you haven't heard of this.
Brody,
I've tried.
we try to teach you.
I'm just my own person.
Which
a
is
they,
normally wrong.
Yeah,
but
you're a they, them.
I couldn't even say that without laughing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And which, like, isn't there like a letter combination too? You can be like, haven't you seen those? You're a.
A what?
I've seen someone try and say that they were a fucking helicopter. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
didn't
identify
know
as
that?
attack helicopter. Yeah,
the
that's a.
podcast is like a total identification of a sexual helicopter.
Yeah, we.
A
Attack
sexual
helicopter.
Yeah.
Sexual.
Sexual attack
Wearing-
helicopter.
Wearing edible.
If you're even
things.
close to giving it up, the podcast will take it from you.
Mm, yeah. Well, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
Brock, that reminds me. I wanna
Okay,
shake
that's
your hand.
alarming.
Oh my God, that video is so
They were showing
fucking
Brock that.
funny.
That's because he wasn't there yesterday.
I
Yeah.
helicopter led to plane and then plane then we
Plane,
put the
yeah.
guy in the plane.
It's a video.
I want to shake your hand.
The guy's getting kicked off this plane. I'm not an idiot. He's an idiot. And he's got this really deep, gruff voice. And
I'm gonna shake your hand.
I want to shake your hand.
I mean, that's
Shake my hand. There's like screaming this on the plane.
yeah, it's fucking
Really
epic.
funny.
You got to see the
Oh.
video.
All right. I just got asked if grandma's couch is covered in plastic. Grandma a squirter?
Apparently, your audio is horrible.
My audio?
Yeah, you said the hobo in the corner's audio is terrible.
Oh, am I not speaking into this right?
Probably not.
Who did? Who said that?
Sounds good on
Sheffy.
headphones.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds okay on headphones.
clean your fucking ear out, Chevy. Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Get
I
the
don't know
cum
how
out
to
of that
listen.
fucker.
I ain't a sound engineer.
Sorry, Eric. You got the budget mic.
You
got the budget mic.
I see where I rank in this foursome.
You were the left to watch.
You're the one in the corner.
We had 3 slots to fill, and I'm sorry.
It puts the butter in its beard, or it gets the hose again.
You're the one we tap in. Your turn.
Your turn. Say something
So I'm
stupid.
like the 4th string.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're the bottom.
Every time you yawn, a ghost puts its eggplant in your mouth.
Wait, what? Oh, every time you yawn?
Yeah, it says every time you yawn, a ghost puts its eggplant in your mouth. I've never been in a ghost's garden, so I don't know
I
if
ain't
that's
a
a.
vegetarian.
You know, I yawn on the daily. I must be taking a lot of ghost eggplants.
Hey, I mean, it's what it is. Maybe that's what pops your ears. Right? Like that's the part that pops your ears when you yawn and your fucking ears pop.
So
You're
is
like,
that why
"Oh."
if you're a mouth breather, you wake up with a dry mouth?
Probably coated throat?
Coated throat.
Right over.
It's crusted. That's why you gotta get all the
I'm not
like.
gonna lie, I was talking about yawning. It makes me want to yawn.
It was sleep drinking the dishwater.
Vomit.
That drink made me want to vomit. And I almost did.
That was the closest I think I've been in a long time from having to worry about being hit. Fucking man down!
Well,
Man
to be honest, if I was
down!
gonna throw up in any direction, it would have been yours because I was gonna throw up on this, and there's 2 people over here, and you live here, so you could have gone upstairs and changed.
you sir are a marked
I
man.
would have shot you in the eyes with the fucking
You
bug
could've-
assault
you could've
gun.
gone up and changed. These 2 couldn't, and there's
There's electronics in
electric
front of us.
on here.
Alright.
So you were the best option if I needed to throw up.
I concur with
I've
Brody.
worried about this since becoming an adult, but the question is, ever wonder if a goodnight kiss from mom gave
Oh,
you
God, I know where
was
this is going.
given after giving dad a BJ?
I think that happens after the kiss.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah.
Like,
At
you know,
least what I'm hoping.
yeah, right. Like I'm really hoping they didn't do a
Now I am.
while you were eating dinner, they ran off, and now you get no.
Jeez, mom, that kiss on the forehead was so warm and sloppy.
Right? Uh-huh.
A little sticky too.
Were you eating ice cream, Mom?
Frozen yogurt.
I want some ice cream. No, shut up. Go to bed.
I've never once thought that, but now I'm like thinking about it.
I'm having a crisis.
Poor Eric's over here like,
It's an existential crisis.
fuck.
I'm sure my parents out of all couples who never did.
Uh-huh.
My mom's a saint.
My mom would never.
Sheffy says, what age is too old for kids to sleep in the bed while you pork the wife?
What?
Living.
An hour, like 10
Living,
minutes
yeah.
old.
Living. That's a-
Yeah.
I mean, as a parent,
10 minutes
you
after
take it when
birth.
you can get it.
All right, stick it back
Especially
in.
as dad, but you know, I mean,
There are limits.
yeah.
There are lines you don't cross.
Yeah.
They're still
Yeah.
standing there.
Did you put that dad
Hold
stitch
it.
in?
Yeah. He's tapped out. You're in stirrups. Let's go, honey.
You still got her hooked to that machine that tells her heart rate, right? I don't want to be too embarrassed.
Let's put this up to 400 RPMs. Oh, I got weird.
Almost every hand you have shaken has had an eggplant on it at least once.
Who
Yeah,
sits
I think
around thinking
that's
about
been in my
this?
mind a couple times. Like,
That's why it's okay to shake the hand of a left-handed person. Totally fine.
Why do you think I fist bump a lot?
This is the hand I wipe with.
Fist bump a lot.
I was gonna say, in other countries, one hand is used for wiping.
Life alert. What?
Well, like in like ancient like Rome, they would have like troughs like with running water going through, and that's you'd use like your right hand to wash yourself, and you'd shake everybody's hand with your left. It was like common practice in ancient Rome.
I believe it.
What if they were a lefty?
That's
That's where you run to the
Yeah.
problem.
yeah. That guy's like, fuck everyone.
That's why nobody likes lefties.
Oh God. No, this is bad.
No, come
Oh,
on.
the
But I'm gonna say it anyway.
Asking you questions.
It's San Diego, California.
Oh, that's fine. I just like the fact that we got an Instagram person.
If you make a Latina squirt, it's called horchata.
I'm gonna say like hot sauce or something.
Now my question
red
is,
hot.
Taco sound.
if it tastes like horchata, count me in.
Right, right.
I'll be there all night.
While I'm down
Oh my God, trying that out soon.
Sheffy says I used to have a sex bed. Was just some empty sheets on the floor so I could desecrate that cunt. I mean, shit cunt.
What?
I don't know.
Is he drunk?
Well, considering
He's already made poor
Yeah.
decisions tonight. All right, fuck.
well, given his time zone, I mean, he's at the end of a long night. I can tell you that. We're at the start. He's at the end. Non-squirter.
I can't wait. I can't wait to try out the new sex.
It's as you're down there.
No. Then when the wife asked you what Latino
Bet
you
we
learned
have
that
tacos.
from, what you been doing in your spare time?
right? Where are you? This is why you're not allowed to go to Taco Bell anymore.
Can we talk about, speaking of that, can we talk about our taco truck?
Yes,
We need,
Oh yeah.
2 white guys tacos
What?
no.
or white guys tacos.
No.
or whatever it was.
No. The whitest taco truck in town.
Ah,
That is what I want to make it. Since I'm already banned on TikTok, I can't.
right.
I want a taco truck.
Fucking Instagram won't ban us for shit, so
No.
we're good
We're
there.
white. We should be able to talk about this.
No, that's called being racist.
Towards ourselves?
How fucking racist
It's
of you,
called
Brody.
The whitest taco truck. How can we be racist to
No.
ourselves?
I
So-
want that bitch to be like a pearl white too.
Yes, it
Like,
has
we're gonna
to
paint it. It's gonna be pearl white. No
literally
markings.
be painted the whitest you can the whitest white you can
Paint
find.
markers every time we get a little scratch.
Oh yeah.
Fucking A right.
That thing will have to be washed and waxed and just
But we're gonna
immaculate all
we
the
need
time.
to put it on like meaty tires.
Kendall said, I'll try. I swear to God, if you just named it the whitest taco truck in town,
Yeah.
people will show up just purely out of curiosity.
Yeah. No, it
We're
would be
talking about
perfect.
Not even selling tacos.
No, we had a different idea.
Taco
Quesadillas.
truck up front. It's like the mullet of food machines right here. That's I already came up with the like slogan. No. No.
No, you could because it's the whitest taco truck in town.
I
That's
guess that's true. Put a big fake pair of pit vipers over the
Yes.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
I still wanted to be stacked with minorities though.
So you got the taco truck, right? But hitched to the ass end of this is what did we call? I can't remember the name now, but it was like backwoods barbecue.
No, big game burgers.
yeah, big or wild burgers,
No, big game.
big
oh,
game burgers, wild burgers, whatever, something like that, right?
I think what or big game burgers, and it would all be hamburgers that were made with like venison of some sort.
Yeah, exotic
meat.
animal meat burgers
Fuck, I'll
served
say
to
no
you by a
burgers
guy
are
in
good.
overalls with no shirt on,
Mm-hmm.
with one strap on their
a hat like
Yes.
this.
And see, they'll be working the back.
Hey, you don't like my burgers? You get yourself a fat boy taco right up there.
Sheffy says big gay burgers. What the fuck did I miss last week?
Big gay burgers.
No, so we'd have and
That's
so
what I would label the box literally to ship them to Sheffy.
yes.
I would
So
literally be like, all right, fucker,
But the-
here it comes.
The M-E and puts a Y.
the taco truck would be all quesadillas, but with like the whitest foods you could put in them. So you'd have like a mac and cheese with cut up hot dog quesadilla.
I'm looking at you, sir.
What
You
the hell are you
caused this
looking
with your Mac dog.
Mac dog. I,
Mac dogs are good.
What is a Mac dog?
Kendall asked,
It's
think
where
I missed
you
this one.
get
Who-
the hot dog bun and they stuff mac and cheese in it and you eat it like that.
Fucking perfect.
well, we
We'll
thought
put, we'll put
yeah.
them in the
No,
in the fucking
It's gotta
exotic
be with
burger
white
trailer.
cheese, though, like,
You gotta
like a
be-
mozzarella or something.
I thought of it at two
Gouda.
also as just being a hot dog truck,
Yeah.
It'll be more Gouda. All right.
I'm thinking though, you could also do just hot dogs because that would be a pretty white taco, right? You
Oh,
know,
yeah, there you go.
So
Do a hot dog, right? And then put like shredded cheese on top of it. And just there you go. There's your
yeah, and the
white
burger
taco.
portion of it would be, it'd be a taco truck that tows a food trailer.
Yeah.
So we'd basically set up both, and you'd have big game burgers featuring
Mm-hmm.
hillbilly chili.
Hillbilly chili.
And then we'd have the taco truck that would have like the whitest tacos you could possibly find.
Yeah. Big
Ground
white.
beef.
See, here's what would be
Yeah.
really funny is Casey serving tacos out of this thing with like a tie-dyed bandana wrapped around his head.
Absolutely.
Okay. Playing like 90s alternative.
Oh,
Because
that's
otherwise he'd kill himself.
yeah, that'd be my jam. Like that's what we
Playing
gotta
90s
listen to.
alternative, fucking frying up tacos. Just your straight up white guy taco.
Country music playing on the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you're
yeah.
gonna hear fucking hillbilly music coming out of the trailer.
Yes,
Bluegrass,
yeah.
90s
I'm gonna drop
it
a
would be a hell
fucking.
of a mix.
I'm gonna drop one of those horse troughs or those big fucking troughs and throw it out back, dump it full of ice with fucking beer in it. I have to carry a beer license because we're gonna sell Coors Light.
Dude.
Coors
Probably a
and
couple
Coors Light.
others, and then we're gonna sell Coronas and Modelo's out of the front.
there you go. See, the
Chef-
thing is, people would come to this.
Yeah, as fucked as this all sounds, we would fucking make it big. Taking applications for investors anytime.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Instagram, all 5 of you.
Yeah. Well,
Mm,
at least you.
already? Rich?
I was gonna say we need to.
Yeah,
we
we
need
got.
to make this
I mean,
a thing.
if you think about it, you got at least 5 different burgers pretty readily available because there's farms of those animals.
Yeah,
right?
well,
But it's
because
still
you
an
could-
exotic animal.
Well, we couldn't go kill them ourselves because there's
Right.
lots of rules and regulations with that.
Right. I only get one a year, and it's mine.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I mean, unless Hillbilly Chili gets to be paying enough, I can afford 2 tags, then we're good. But still, those are mine. You motherfuckers can deal with the rest of that shit on your own. But I'm in. And Hillbilly Chili, I think's got a fucking it's patent pending. I think right there. I'm gonna write that shit down,
that's
put it in
catchy.
an envelope, and mail it to myself.
It's freaking catchy. Like I've seen other trucks and stuff that have like gimmick names and whatnot for that, but hillbilly chili, that's gold.
Right.
It really is.
Now I'm really glad that we don't have a huge showing on our podcast.
Sheffy said, "How did we go from midgets to gays?"
Because
What's
midgets
next?"
was only in your mind, bud.
And
It's
then
always in your fucking mind.
Sheffy says, "You want to make money, it has to be fake meat." No,
Yeah.
now you can charge a
No.
premium.
Because those fake meat motherfuckers are going to start losing money to the guy who's, I mean, maybe it's a little bit more expensive because the meat's
No,
more
but we're
expensive,
in
but
we're in
still.
Idaho. That doesn't matter.
It wouldn't
Like,
survive here.
yeah, here you have the out. Nobody.
Yeah.
Fucking California.
If Hillbilly Chili didn't have fucking some sort of
Kendall
exotic
said
meat in
he's-
it, people would be pissed.
Kendall says he's down to be an investor.
What's the first one? But you got to have a quesadilla that's like made with chicken, but in the ingredients, whatever, you have to call it like the other white meat or something like that.
See, and that's where I'm going to put on the
thing.
ingredients list
Yeah.
of the Hillbilly Chili. It'll say stuff. Stuff and cheese. That's
try
I'm just telling you, given where we're at, I think it could be very successful.
There's a lot of
Smokeahonis.
business ventures going on. You also have your other one that he really wants to get into.
Dude, well, I have so many businesses I want to do. It's not
Trust
even
me, I have
funny.
like a fucking handful of
Yeah.
dead dreams in a book. That's what they are. I mean,
Nah, we just have to find investors
They're on the back burner.
because the food truck could lead to us maybe getting the startup to do the athletic complex we want to build,
yes.
which would be like,
Which would feature the food truck.
it would feature them as restaurants inside. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be restaurants on the inside. The big part for me though, for the athletic complex, comes down to, in all seriousness, of the bettering of the children in town. Like I mean, it comes to, I'm a goofy fucker. I laugh, I giggle, whatever, make a lot of bad jokes. But when it comes down to it, the future of our local society is the kids, and I want to prevent them from having those bad stories of L.A. and Chicago and and all that, Detroit and all that shit. I want to prevent that from happening. So yes, my hillbilly chili needs to make some money.
Oh, Kendall says, who is the test subject? And Sheffy says he will only invest if we're dressed as furries. Bam, hit
Bam!
the last one. That was
There it is. Number 4, Brody's going home.
He's like,
Well, see, Mr. Casey, you were talking about the warehouse in Linton, what, a couple weeks ago now, something like that, where it's like an.
oh yeah, so that's here, in Boise. There's a
Oh,
place
the
called the
Warehouse?
Warehouse, and all it is a bunch of, there's a couple bars, and there's a bunch of different little food places, but it all has like kind of a common eating. So you go get whatever food you want, and then you yeah, but it's not good. But I also saw, this gives me Eric.
It's not good.
Not good.
No.
That's the way you phrase that. Yeah, but it's not good.
No, it actually, I had there was I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it all had like trippy graphics, and it was all grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh,
But I had this like bacon tomato grilled cheese sandwich that was fucking delicious. It was really good. But when we walk into the place, this gives me my other story that I told you. We walk by this barbecue place, and there is this guy who is obviously small town, just now in the big city. And as we walk by, we
so
hear,
he's paranoid, walking around with his hand on his gun.
no, this is better. I shit you not. It was so surreal. I had to like stop for a second and be like, did I really just hear this? I hear, look there, Becky. Look at that potato salad. That there potato salad. That is some fine potato salad right there. Can you believe they have potato salad like that here? I am not joking. This is what I heard. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Sheffy says, not the potato salad.
Not the tater salad.
Taters.
Oh my God, this guy was like, at first I was like, this guy has to be joking. But when you looked at him, you're like, no, that is legit. This is small town meets big city, and he hasn't seen tater salad like that since the church. What is it? Church
Last
church
Supper?
pot? Yeah, the church potluck. I say this because I've been to a lot of church potlucks,
Oh
and my
my
mom
God,
always brought
potlucks
potato
are the
salad.
greatest. I fucking love me a good potluck.
Yes. And that's
Love me a good potluck.
yes, and I love me some good.
I'll tell you what, boy.
But
I apparently just irritated Brody.
I identified with the guy in the fact that I love me some good tater salad. So,
Oh, fucking love tater salad.
but it was amazing.
Okay, how many times can you say tater salad?
Tater
but
salad.
the
Ain't
other
nothing wrong
portion
with a
of
good
this
tater
was-
salad.
We're so my other
You haven't laughed this much all week.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
yeah. So the other
Besides the point.
the other thing that I found hilarious too. My wife didn't find it that funny, but I found it pretty funny. This kid kept circling this
Oh, the
center.
Unabomber guy?
Oh yeah, he's got because it's evening time. It's dark now. Kid looking like he's trying to be Walker Texas Ranger, has the like duster on.
Sorry,
the
man,
brand-
there's only room in this world for one.
Oh, I know,
Norris.
but has the aviator dark sunglasses on and a cowboy hat, and he's walking around this place. My wife's like, that's kind of creeping me out. So on one of his passes, I was like, hey, are you security?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Don't make me knife you in the neck.
Call out the potential murder.
Yes, like
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Hey, weird guy, is there an AR under your fucking trench coat, or are you just happy to see me?
Yeah.
Are you here to kill us or protect us?
I was identifying whether we were potentially about to have an active shooter that was
You
casing
need a
the place.
fucking hug. I can see Casey aggressively yelling that at somebody. Hey, you need a fucking hug. No, I'm good, man. Like I'm just waiting for fucking ice cream or something.
But yeah,
Man,
so
I'm casing the joint.
so this
Yeah.
guy's
No,
walking.
but I could use a partner.
It's like, no, I'm trying to
That's
be
a-
conspicuous.
That's
Yeah.
the quickest.
Getaway driver.
But here's the amazing part. I made that kid's night because he was, probably only 18 or 19, couldn't have been very old. And then he just kind of chest puffed up, got this big smile, like, and it's like, no, dude, I just called you out for being security. So I identified what you're there to
That
do,
was all
but at
for
the same
security
time,
cameras.
I was trying to identify whether I needed to have me and my wife get up and leave before you started shooting or.
I needed to know
Yes.
if you were.
Potato salad.
I'm just trying to figure out if you're going full auto or
Yeah.
semi-auto or.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the potato salad made you that angry.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Billy Bob.
Well, and Billy Bob was
Where'd
probably
you park your
packing, so I
horse?
would have went back to the barbecue joint. I would have been like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna need you to stop admiring the tater salad and get out your
Yeah.
gun."
Hey, I need you to John Wayne somebody.
Have you ever seen some potato salad that looks that good just to get on his
Good side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He walks up to the guy. Holy fuck, that's good tater salad right
Yeah.
there. Hey, Billy, you see how good that tater salad look?
Then you get the country hick on his side. He goes, "You're a good, you're a
Good-
good.
You're
fella.
one of them good fellers.
Yeah.
One of them fellers that knows the good potato
Tater
salad."
salad.
Sir, I like your admiring tater
Tater
salad
salad,
right
yes.
You're
there.
not so bad, mister.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, since you like me so much, you want to fucking John Wayne that bitch over
Yeah.
there? I'm a little worried.
You know, Becky, they said all these city folk were horrible people, but this man right
This-
here proves them wrong.
This some bitch right here just loved that tater salad like I love that tater salad.
I reckon he's a fine gentleman. Fine purveyor of tater
How
salad.
much that tater salad you get? I got a whole gallon. Go home with me.
Hope you brought an ice chest. Don't want it to go bad before you get home.
They sell foam coolers down there at the corner store. What? They do? Yeah, and ice too. You motherfucker, I love you so much. You just told me how to keep my tater salad nice and cold. All the fucking way to Jordan Valley.
Yeah. I will tell you though, the Jacksons down there, right there on the corner of like,
fucking shit show.
dude, every customer that walks in, that's a drug deal waiting to happen. You're like, okay,
Oh,
which
yeah.
one's buying and which one's selling?
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
know it's one of you.
That Jackson's right there is the home.
Yeah, it'd be like, you said you were security, right? Right here, buddy, right here.
Hey, Uni Bomber, I got one for you.
Why do we turn Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't think I did, but all right.
Unibomber, why don't you come over here and
You did, you stole me potatoes for your tater salad.
Oh,
yeah. Chefy said, "Fucking tater salad, you weirdos."
Hey, ain't nobody over here fucking it, you
Yeah.
weirdo.
As Kendall said, tater salad
Takes
is
one
hella
to
good
know
in the
one.
South. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do you have tater salad over there? I don't know if that's a thing. Is that like a Scottish, British, any of that kind
I
of
got
thing?
some in the fridge.
Do you make it with raisins
the
or
Irish
without
are the ones
raisins?
that came
No,
up with
without. That's
potatoes.
just nasty.
I've seen some with raisins.
No, that's wrong.
Irish are the potato farmers.
No,
Yeah.
you know the best part about tater salad? Take all the deviled eggs and put those in there and mix it up. It's even better. It's fucking good.
You saying there's devils in my eggs?
I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, if he ever seen a showing of that tater salad, he'd be fucking off one right there.
Yeah.
God damn it, Becky! I didn't think I was gonna find tater salad to one
Chef-
up that tater salad,
Chefy
but I
says
did.
it's potato and mayo. No, I think he's
like
eating.
fried
Okay,
sauce.
you've
That's
fallen
probably
down a
ketchup
flight of stairs before.
Well, no, I think
Led
over
with your
there because like
face.
German potato salad, it doesn't use like over here. Most of them use a mustard. I don't think German potato salad uses mustard.
Well, the fucking Germans are wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, we're just gonna put that out there.
yeah. I was gonna say.
The dead big problem.
Trust me, we are the
History
leading
has-
country in obesity.
History
If
has
you want to
shown-
know good
We
food,
know.
fucking bring it from the U.S.
History has shown that Germans are
I-
good at making decisions.
Yeah, no, this poor.
I understand you're not German, but being you're in close to that Europe area, I could see how their potato salad would
Close to the Europe
filter.
area.
Well, I mean, they are. They're
Is it
still
Scotland in
What the
Europe?
fuck? Where?
what?
Point it out.
What?
Carly says I have a gray hair in my beard.
Oh, see, Sheffy said your beard's looking more and more like Abe Lincoln every week.
Six Semper Tyrannis, motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
When
guys-
you can tell me what that one's all about.
You got me.
Something about tyranny.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
Semper is-
you have to. But
Semper is
you have
always
to
in
know
there.
the history behind it.
I don't. So
I'm.
I'm just trying to decipher the words.
Sounds are
Mm.
coming out of your
You're very
face hole, but
famous.
I'm not sure what you're
Very
saying.
famous quote.
Well, it's like Semper Fidelis. I mean, isn't Semper always?
God damn it, Carly, quit pointing it out. I don't know where they are.
See, but back to the warehouse thing is you guys need to make one. Like, get one set up where it's an all-in-one deal. You got your athletic side of it. You got your food court side of it. You
No.
got,
See, and I'm thinking like you do multiple fields, multiple, you do a massive athletic complex. Would be your northwest largest athletic complex. You get it sponsored by multiple professional athletes, professional teams, all that kind of thing, right? But the whole idea behind the entire thing is to keep the kids from doing drugs and playing sports and keeping them active and stuff like that.
But you privatize it so
Right.
you can do it your way.
How the fuck you want,
But
when you want, all that
and
kind of stuff.
being that we would do it more not to make a ton of money, but to invest back into it.
Yeah.
So that being the difference, you'd be privatized, but the vast majority of the money would go right back into keeping the
community.
facility or into community events and stuff like that.
Yeah. See,
But
because
you
I
keep it private so you can pick where it goes, as opposed to having the state legislature or anything like that telling you where it has to go.
so
Yeah.
your own village at Meridian is pretty much what you're saying.
ultimately what
Kinda,
I would
yeah.
do too,
'Cause
and
that's private. That's privately owned.
Mhm.
and what I would do too is I would give you run into the issue of like you don't want to put a Starbucks in there, right? You don't want to put a fucking A&W or a fucking Burger King or what I mean, just to list a few. You want to keep it local in-house, right? So you're trying to invest back into the community. So your local places that
Mom
open
and
up.
pop shops.
Exactly. Your sandwich shops, your burger places, whatever that are local in town are what stand foot inside of your athletic complex.
Your shit mic guy, Sheffy, is Eric. But
Your
he wants
shit
you to be
mic guy.
gagged, apparently.
My mic's still fucking up or something.
I don't know. He keeps calling
Is it-
you.
Is it Nick?
Maybe
I've been called worse.
I have you turned up. That
Been
may be.
called worse. Your
Yeah.
shit mic guy.
Apparently, though, he asked Brock if it was some World of Warcraft shit or Warhammer, Brock. Your whatever you said.
Huh?
What?
I'm lost.
The earlier statement you made that was what Semper or Sig.
Oh
Sim-
no,
or-
not even
No,
close.
that's
It's
Latin.
actually it's a historical quote for somebody to call me looking like Lincoln.
Oh, I gotcha.
There's something in there that you're missing, but
Oh.
I didn't study the South. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let him hang on to it until he can figure it out.
Ah.
It'll take him a while.
Apparently, you don't add much to the podcast, Eric.
Well, that's true.
So-
I'm gonna hang around.
Wow!
How dare you, Eric?
Fucking
mean,
punch in the
Take the
nuts.
time out of your
Day
day.
to do this.
Hey, bro,
You
you already
piece of
said.
shit.
You already said
Casey
I'm the
knows he
fourth
has gray
string,
hair.
so it's-
I'm just trying to find.
I
him.
mean, do you want to see it? It's obviously gray.
no. She goes, "I'll go point out Casey's." I'm like, he already knows.
I love it. I have embraced my gray hair. Like for a long time, it used to bother the shit out of me, and now that it's damn near white, I'm just like, no, I'm owning this
Yeah.
shit. I love my gray hair.
It's just the increase in wisdom.
No,
See,
it's the
bald
increase in
part for
stress.
me. It looks like I'm fucking burning out.
Yeah.
That's the. Oh God, my brain's heating up to a point where it's killing the hair follicle.
See, this is why.
yeah.
This is why.
To your head, so I-
Yeah, I'm always in a hat.
Yeah,
I think that's mainly why I'm balding.
This is
Yeah.
why I have embraced the gray. Is because I'm not balding. So I'm like, I
Right,
still got
right.
hair. You know.
See, I could give a shit either which direction. Like I don't care.
What if hair had like a?
You could rock a bald look because you have rocked the bald look.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
Almost
I
bald.
you
normally
don't
do.
have like a funky shaped head either with like weird divots
That's
and
nice
shit.
to know because I'm not gonna lie. Every once in a while, I'll reach back there and be like, "What is this knob?"
Yeah, no, you,
Yeah, like me, I can't pull that off.
dude, Kendall, I
So what
feel
happens
for
when all
you,
your hair
but I
starts to fall out?
started going gray at
I
that
think
same
I got
age.
My dad's hair. Luckily,
He's
it
got
ain't-
a small cul-de-sac going on.
no. His hair's not falling out.
And
Yeah, I
Kendall, you'll
I
be a
can't
silver
remember. You
fox
look
in
at the
no
top
time.
of his head a lot more than I do. I thought he had a. I thought he was.
No, he has no hair falling out.
Oh
So
man,
you need to stop wearing a hat.
I've worn hats the whole
Because
life.
I've started to learn.
Yeah.
I've started to lose hair where the hat rubs.
yeah, but that doesn't. Hats don't cause hair loss.
The fuck they don't.
Not to what you're thinking. They don't
No,
make you
I
go
mean they're
bald.
not gonna like.
Well,
bald
yeah,
you
but
in a
that's
certain
just from
spot,
friction and stuff. Yeah, you can rub a bald spot. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that hair won't grow there. It just means
but you ever wonder that when you're like standing there looking at yourself, going, "How the fuck did hair grow right here, not right here?"
no, because my hair grows fairly evenly.
Yeah, my no.
No, but the patchy shit
Yeah,
you
no.
get. Sheffy was trying to tell Kendall, "Don't worry," because he said he's going gray at 24, and he,
That's on the Punisher. You would be.
Sheffy
correct.
says, "Don't worry, just put a hat on. It makes you sexy." Apparently, well,
Oh, yeah.
if you're in the U.S., I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see a lot of when you see other countries.
Did he just
hats
take off
aren't
his
the-
hat?
He scratched his head.
Oh,
He won't take
Real
it off.
quick.
Yeah, this is the flyby.
Can you still see the?
He's
the
just buzzing
that
the
part?
tower.
It's growing in a little bit.
Can, let me see.
No, not online.
Not on the.
Not lying.
How hot was she, Brody?
How hot was
She
she?
was smoking hot enough to where I agreed to whatever the fuck she wanted to do. And fucked up my
Let's
hair.
just say we're surprised Brody doesn't have a mohawk.
Honestly, if she would have suggested it, I'm like, sure, whatever. Whatever you
I
wanna
mean-
do, sexy lady.
Ultimately, the hairstyle you had prior to that was just a fat mohawk.
That's true. Yeah, well, because my hair was longer on top.
Yeah, we're right. Essentially, he ran
No,
the
but I always
lines
get
of
my
his
hair
crown.
longer on top and it's really short on the side. So when it grows out, I could technically style my hair into a faux hawk.
It would be a
Oh,
faux hawk, but yes, ultimately he had long hair on top, no hair on the side. It essentially is the 1950s version of a mohawk, because what you do is you slick it back, I think it's 40s. You slick it back, and then you have the clean shaven sides, but you have a slicked back like top long hair, and it's a was a very popular style in the 40s and 50s.
I wasn't around then, so I'll take your word for it.
If you've ever seen the show, what is it, Peaky Blinders?
Yeah,
Kind of runs in that.
my wife wants me to watch that all the time. Although,
Totally
Yeah.
watch it too,
I'm out
yeah,
on
I
the
can't.
show.
I can't get in it.
I'm out on
into it.
the
I
show,
tried.
but I like the style. To be honest with you, I wish we could. And this is just me having like my inner gangster. I wish we all still walked around in suits, like with Tommy guns and fucking had that kind of. Yeah, that
No.
would be
No, I like
the original
I like our
gangster.
relaxed clothing that we have nowadays.
No, I'm kind of with
I don't know.
Brock.
I
I can
like being-
appreciate the
It's
gangster
fucking
style.
nice,
Like,
Yeah.
but fucking having to put on a suit and fucking dress shirt, everything. Fuck that. I'm sorry.
There's just something about
Yeah,
looking
but
nice.
it
I
creates
don't-
it does.
looking comfortable looks like you gave up.
I'm down for the suspenders.
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm working on that too. I'm
I
tired
ju-
of pulling my
Those are
fucking
manly.
pants up. Those are
No, I
manly.
just think it gives you an air of
Yeah, they are.
confidence and importance. So it demands when you walk in a suit, it demands a little respect.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I don't know
although,
that it demands it. I think it earns it
well,
because the
How you
time,
carry
the time
yourself.
and pressure on looking right, like just you put on a suit. If you fuck it up, you don't look right.
yeah.
There's no respect there. But if you can do it right and look clean,
Well, it for that time frame too. I'm sure it made you look because athletic wear, because basically that's what everybody wears now, was not the same then as it is now. So your suits were probably more comfortable, and actually a nice suit is extremely
it's
comfortable because it's
Yep.
tailored. the fabric and everything, it's all made to fit you. I had a pair of, they weren't even suit pants. I think they were like golf pants, but they were really nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love those things. They were pants that I'd be like, I'll wear these anywhere. I don't
Right.
care. They're like the most comfortable pants anywhere. I didn't care that they were a dressier or a nicer looking pant. I was like,
Yeah.
these things are so comfortable. But of course, I wanted to wear the athletic t-shirt too. And you really just can't do that. Then you just look like the slob. It's like,
He just threw on
I-
whatever was clean today.
I always hated the polo
I'm-
because, in my opinion, the polo, like when you put on dress slacks and you put on a polo, it looks like I kind of tried.
yeah, I'm not.
That's
It
the
depends.
semi.
Yeah.
Semi-formal kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. I'm gonna chaperone children to prom, but I'm not gonna go to like a business meeting. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Although I'll be honest with you, and I don't wear them often, but I love the bowling shirt.
Oh, I fucking love bowling shirts.
I could do the
Started bowling league.
we
I
could
did that.
actually. Well, he's fucked up his arm, but when his arm's better, I'd bowl. I don't think
tried-
I could do it at.
I
the-
don't know. It might take me a while to get back to where I was, but I was consistently in the high 100s, mid to high 100s.
I would probably be like 110
I was
constantly.
consistently in the mid
Happens.
upper 60s.
Yeah,
In upper 60s.
Eric's out of the team.
but
No, I actually,
Fine,
I
and fourth string on the bowling league.
yeah. See, I've always kind of liked a little bit more of like the blue collar look, or almost the kind of either like the shirts I have now for work. Those, like, if I
Yeah.
had no patches on, I'd
the
wear those
fishing shirts.
every day. Well, or the shop shirts, because the one I have isn't really the
Mm.
fishing shirt. It's more
They're
the
more
shop
like
shirt.
the fishing shirts.
Yeah.
The material and shit that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're more like.
but they
fishing
don't have the
shirts,
big vent in the back. So
which
yes,
is nice
it has its.
if you overheat.
I mean, it has its purpose, but like those shirts, if I had no patches on it, I could wear one of those every day because it's a nice, comfortable shirt. It doesn't bother me. It has I'm not normally huge on the like more V'd
Oh,
neckline,
I fucking hate V-necks.
but again, those shirts you always wear an undershirt with them.
Yeah, but nothing spells out. I kind of tried, like seeing your fucking shirt, your undershirt under your button-up shirt.
I'm okay with. I kind of tried. I don't have the manly chest and chest
yeah,
hair.
well, I
to-
mean, I don't have the bush growing
Yeah,
off
I
of
mean,
my
I don't-
chest either.
I
But
can't pull that one
I'm
off
okay
very
with my
well.
undershirt showing.
Yeah, I'm.
see, here's the other one.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm
do a
with you.
button-up that's not buttoned up.
See, I don't
Oh.
like it, like, all the way. Like,
No, I'm not talking about the
So
top
can we
button. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about if my button up is on, all of my buttons to where it's comfortable, even if it's the one shy of that, have to be buttoned because I can't when it flaps to the sides and shit, I can't handle it. Nope.
I
Fucking
hate to say it though. I can, for being a big dumb white guy, I can kind of pull off the cholo look.
the one button.
Yeah, I could do it, dude. I could come in the Dickies,
With the long
with the
Yes,
big
that's
socks, with the Vans, and the one button. I could come in with the flat brim hat.
I
shifted
fucking
to
have
the
never
side.
seen this before in my life, but I went hunting last weekend.
Yeah.
Right. I went up to the cabin. Well, in Cascade, they sell fucking basketball shorts because my dumbass forgot mine.
Yeah.
So for fucking $7, I could buy a pair of basketball shorts in Cascade. Problem is, they came in one size,
Uh-huh.
but
Big.
I literally needed to sleep in them for 2 nights, and I was done.
Yeah.
They have become my favorite pair of
Oh.
fucking shorts to wear around the house.
And they go.
Even though they're my least favorite color,
They're
which
red.
is red.
Oh.
They
They go
came
past
in a
your
size
knee.
called 2X large.
Yes.
This is a size I have never seen in pants ever. Right? These fucking things, I can put them on, and I'm 4 feet. I put my hands in my pockets and do this number, and I'm 4 feet wide.
Yeah.
They are the best capris I've ever bought in my life.
Yes. Yeah.
They literally come down to like mid calf. I'm like,
This guy's
What?
way more confident.
Yeah. Right. He's-
2XL.
no, not 2XL. It was 2X large.
This means they're-
yeah. It's just double extra large.
They're fucking huge.
Wow.
It's just because they're made in China.
Yeah. I was gonna
I
say.
don't care. I've never seen a
Except he
pant
says,
in
and your
2X
ass
large."
still hangs out the bottom.
2XL in China is medium American.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say no. I love big, comfortable baggy, but and I can rock that if I put on the beanie. If I do the beanie, I
the
totally
beanie.
I look like I'm straight off the docks.
I want to see this look.
This is where you get them.
Yeah, that fits you. Like you, that is your look.
Yes.
I know, but that's how my cowboy hat is now.
Yeah,
Well,
you.
I mean, it's not quite like that.
You have your hillbilly hat.
Oh, yeah,
you
my
can't call it a cowboy hat. It's a hillbilly hat.
It started off as a cowboy hat.
No, it's a hillbilly hat.
And then I fucked it up.
I
Well, now you gotta stick it in with that.
I know.
Apparently,
This is my drinking moonshine in the woods hat.
yes, I was gonna say it's like.
The difference is that one started off as a woman's hat.
Could have.
I'm almost certain that's
I
still a woman's hat.
Still want a video of
Fits my big fucking head, so suck it.
Or a big woman.
Ash says, "I think we could have
No
a
such
picnic
thing.
on that hat."
Do what?
Ash says, "Yeah, I think we could have a picnic on that hat
That's a Texas size 10-4, good buddy.
with plenty of tater salad."
It's a transforming hat. It's got
Yeah.
plenty of different styles.
Trust me, we haven't. There's look. All right, tater salad dish right in the top.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Yep.
And it even has a spot to stash a couple doobies so we can get high enough to eat
Yeah.
for days.
Yeah, that's got a
Fucking doobie holder in there.
secret pouch in that.
See, Kendall's a fan of you in the hat. It fits you. I really want you to run out of a cave. We need to go to we need to go to Cuna Caves. You need to run out of the cave and you.
Hey, I tell you what, boy.
Just screaming, fire in the hole! As you run past a bunch
Get
of people exploring the
down!
cave.
Wear the shirt that's glow in the dark. That on the back of it
Yeah,
it says,
yeah.
"If I'm running, you should be worried."
Yeah, you should be running
The
too.
whole time, like, oil lantern.
Oh
No.
yes, yes. Oh my
And
god.
bats in the other hand.
Throw
Yeah.
my hips out there like I've been riding donkeys forever today.
Yeah. Yes.
This gonna be a good one, Bertha.
He's
Yeah.
gonna blow!
Catch that on video. I'd watch that.
Yeah. Sheffy
You know
says.
how many people freak out if you try to climb up that ladder?
Oh
my
my god. Yes,
God.
it would.
they probably got one guy they've been trying to coax into the cave for like an
Hour,
hour.
and you scare the
Right,
living
come
shit
running
out of
out.
him.
They're trying to
Or the
freak out,
fucking
like,
ladder.
climb up this ladder real quick.
Like, well, the hip's running. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking hillbilly's running. We're going home.
Sheffy asked, "His tater salad become another branch of lube?"
Oh, there we go.
Well,
Tater
desperate-
salad lube.
Desperate it was.
Well, Bertha, I ran out of lube, but I got me here some nice tater salad.
Ultra slick tater
Yeah.
salad brought to you by Lube.
It's got mayonnaise in it.
It's got mayonnaise in it.
Kendall says I could put a 20-gram doobie in that hat.
Fucking A right, bud.
You could.
No, 2 calories per serving.
This is a 2-serving hat, bud.
Yeah.
Not a 10-gallon, trust me.
No,
There'd be more room.
but I do. So our athletic complex would become our warehouse, and
Right.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know.
essentially, but it would be all local businesses inside.
yeah,
I mean, to me, mainly because growing up from here and all that kind of stuff, as a kid, when I was here, it's completely changed into fucking Cali hose around here now. So,
Man, me?
yes, that's absolutely directed at you.
well, no,
As this
Guys,
piece
this
of shit over here.
no, but I look at it
I'm
as
just glad you like guns, okay? I can't.
I would want to turn it into something that, like, for youth and for people, but almost to that level of being like the factory, right? In the Northwest, where everybody comes, the best of the best come to train there.
Yeah.
You know, the type of place that turns into a place where whatever hopeful and whatever sport in this region
Right.
comes and is like, yeah, okay, we're done with high school or college. We're training for the next thing.
Yeah.
And this is where we can do it at.
I want to make sure that the kids around here have an outlet to continue on their sports career, whether it be training for college or training from college to go to the pros, or if it's just fucking helping kids out learn how to hit a fucking ball. So
Well,
don't
but
feel left
training,
out,
training,
you know, or-
coaching too.
Yeah.
You know, where that you can, if that's how you want it, you can learn how to coach and coach kids and
right.
do that thing so you can be a high school coach, a little league coach, or,
Well, and
whatever it
getting
means.
getting the people involved who need to be involved, like scorekeepers, teaching classes on how to keep score, umpires and referees and shit like that, and teaching them how to do that so that they stay more in tune and keeping. Because again, when you start getting to those places where you've realized, hey, I'm not going to be a professional athlete. I would love to be a professional athlete, but it's not in the fucking cards. Obviously, I can't slide my fat ass back into third base without fucking something up.
Well,
right?
not only that,
So-
athletic trainers could come and they could get
Right.
teaching.
Teach you things on how to fucking stretch this way, stretch that way, do this. It'll help, you know. But you can create all of this to better the community. And ultimately, I could give a fuck if it turns a penny a profit. I would prefer to give back into the community that I was born, raised, and you know, built in. And I don't want it to turn into one of those fucking inner city deals where it blew up and nobody was there to look out for those kids. And
That's why it has to be privatized.
right.
Because
You
when it's a
can't-
public, everybody
exactly.
gets lost in it. But if it's
Right.
privatized, you can keep it. And if you structure how it's paid for correctly, and again, it goes back to if you're not looking to make a mint off of it, if you're really looking to invest back into it, then
Yeah.
you can structure it to make it affordable for people,
Mhm.
providing them with top-notch whatever training, schooling, education. Or you can make it to where you can give whatever you want to call it, scholarships or a lot, X amount that you pay for, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. You could, and then think of another thing that's hard to keep open, like gyms. I know
Yeah.
you got a few major ones, but most of these
Yeah.
little like workout places, they struggle to stay open because it's hard to keep memberships and stuff like that. Well,
Right.
if you're backed with what the complex is doing, then you could have a place for people to train and work out. Even your average everyday person
Right.
could go at a reasonable price with top end equipment to use.
And that's where you come in too. I mean, nobody's getting rich off of this whole thing, right? There's no scheme here that's not getting rich anybody. So when you want to be mom and pop and bring in your burger place, right? It's fine, but realize if you get a little out of hand, you're gone. Not going to play that game
Well,
because
see-
you're not there. Your business needs to be based here in town, but out of our complex to where you're actually making money. What's in the complex needs to be for the better good of the community. Not, and I'm not saying that you can't charge a couple bucks for a fucking burger and make $1 off of it, but the outrageous fucking amount of money that people make off of food now is not going to happen. I'll shut you the fuck down.
Well, but in a lot, the problem too, though, or the reason a lot of it's outrageous when you get to these public things is that's how they're paying for everything.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
I get that.
but being public, they got to take a vote on we're going to do this or that, right? You can't come in
Right.
and you can't have a management team that has a vision, a structure, and a business plan and says, no, this is what we're doing. This is how we're allotting this. This is, you've got a bunch in public settings, you got a bunch of people in their spare time trying to do this, as opposed to somebody with a focused vision, a plan, and a management team that says, no, this is how we're spending it. We're watching the spending. It goes back to what you said. Okay, we have this much money this year. What do we want to spend it on, guys? And
Yeah.
then you get everybody just, there's no focus. There's no 5-year plan or whatever. Okay, so there's no review of, okay, this field is getting torn up. So this year we need to fix this and
Right.
upgrade this. And okay, we did all right this year, so we can add this, you
Right.
know, and that's where in the public setting you miss a lot of that because
well, yeah, because they want to know how much better the snow cone shack can fucking be. Because oh, your snow cone shack sucks. Oh fuck, I guess we better donate some money to the snow cone shack. No, fuck
Well,
you.
you're talking
My
about-
snow cone shack sucks. Tough shit. I'm gonna make sure the fields are good enough for the kids to play on.
Well, that's why you'd want whatever leadership team or board or whatever it is, whoever is in charge of this has to have a focused roadmap, and they have to have the
See, and that's
skills and the personality to keep everybody focused on the goal.
right.
well, that's the other reason it has to be privatized and you
Yeah.
have a single ownership group because, well, it can be an ownership group, but as soon as it's public and
Mhm.
becomes like a public traded company. Well, now you have investors, and now all you're doing is answering to the stock market and
Yeah,
the people
you have to have
gambling on it.
fucking
Yeah.
dollar signs to give back and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I'm only here for the kids and the fucking community. I could give two fucks about Big Joe Schmo who wants his fucking millions of dollars to be made off of this place. That's
Right.
not where I'm at.
Right. And if
I'm
you're
in it for
pulling
the
donors
kids.
in and you're advertising for them, that's what they're spending their money on is
Yeah.
you advertising. So if you got an Easton, a Worth,
Mm-hmm.
a Riddell, whatever, an Under
Yeah.
Armour, a Nike, any of those
Well,
guys,
and
it's like,
even bring it back to your actual sports athletes who want to donate. This field is fucking so and so
Yeah.
field, blah blah
Mike
blah. That's
Trout
why it's-
Field,
yeah,
or whatever,
exactly. Yeah, I mean we're big into softball and baseball and things like that, and that's why we talk a lot about that. But
Yeah, I'd want it to have everything,
I would too.
including soccer.
yeah, no, I mean, and I agree too. I don't disagree with you. I don't like the sport, but I'm not going to hold anybody back. who
But I can
feels
tell
like
you
that's
what,
where their
like
athletic
a
part is.
soccer star, if you could get one on board,
Oh yeah,
they would actually probably invest a lot. Those guys tend to be much more, well, hey, the
you know what's
real
funny
stars.
is I thought to myself when I had the idea of this, Marshawn Lynch,
Oh, yeah.
even though he's not part of this community, and I mean to a point, because around here a lot of fucking people are Seahawks fans just because they're the closest,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of those around here, but at the same point in time, I thought about him because the guy gives so much back. Or like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
The guys who give so much back to the community, this would be a project that would be literally to give back to the community. I'm not looking to make anybody rich. I don't want to be rich. I just want to know that when I walk into that place at 6:00 in the morning and turn all the fucking lights on, we're helping people in our community get better at sports, learn all that kind of shit.
Well,
So
you're also talking multifaceted too. It's not just a place where you have a field or you have a court or whatever where people
Yeah.
can come in to train. You also mentioned the other side of things where you could like teach the refs, teach the
Yes.
the
Yeah.
other people, the umpires and all that.
Right.
Stuff. It's like this isn't just an athletic complex. Like this is going to be like a center for sports learning kind of a thing in all of its facets.
Yeah.
It's like.
this is going to be,
This is a
I mean,
good thing,
to
I
me, this venture of my life would be more to
You're hard to
teaching,
hear, apparently.
teaching and
Have a light on
creating
face.
I know. Talk louder.
the schoolroom, the classroom atmosphere on a sports field.
Yeah, well, and I look at it too as you could donate the time too. And going back to the public thing is like around here, a lot of where you have the issue is where a lot of like junior high and high schools are built. Because of when they were built, they don't really have fields that you can actually you can practice on them,
Right.
but you can't really play games on them. Like they're just practice fields. But they end up
Well-
they have to go to the university or
Mhm.
things like that. And that would be where this would take place is as a company, you could say, no, we'll donate the ability for you to come
Yeah.
play games here. We're not after
Your championship season,
Yeah, your
ending
tournaments,
championship game can be held here free of cost. Like,
Yeah.
you just show up and hold the game. This is where it's gonna
right.
be.
We'll even allow you to open concessions to make money off of it to,
Yeah.
or we'll donate or something to that effect
Mhm.
where that pulling it all back into the community.
Right. Obviously, you would have to make enough business to keep the lights on. I'm not saying that everything's going to be free and I want to give it away for free. There
No.
are kids who can't afford it that I think we can build programs
Right.
to be able to enter into a program to get yourself into something like this, or your parents can enter you into a program. Hey, we make this much a year and we can't afford to send little Johnny to fucking to baseball practice.
Well, not only that,
we
you'd
go.
have in there an equipment store, right? So you could buy things like
Mhm.
cleats and jerseys and bats and gloves and stuff like that. But at the same time, part of that would be proceeds from this, you purchasing your gear here, go to helping underprivileged or people who can't afford it,
Right.
helping to go to us to donate to them so they can have these things.
Right.
So it's a dual thing.
Well, and you can
Yes,
open.
we're going to make some money off you because that's how you keep the lights on.
Mhm.
But at the same time, instead of your money going to where I put it in my pocket and I go buy a yacht,
Right,
or
right.
it's going back into the community. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would still want to make a comfortable lifestyle out of it if I could. I'm not looking to break the
Right.
bank, I'm not
Right.
looking to be this hundreds of millions
Mm-hmm.
of dollars type of person. But if I could have a very comfortable life, make a couple $100,000 a year for doing it, absolutely.
I wouldn't even. I mean, I don't really even give a shit at that point. But the biggest part for me is, I mean, you could open it up to the point where the kids can actually work off their own gear and give them that sense of now you're not only talking about an education in sports, but you're talking about work ethic.
Yeah. Well,
I need that glove. I gotta have that glove. My glove is shit. I need a new glove. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
But that's
I need
putting
new cleats. What can I do? You
can
know
do, like,
what? I need you to
volunteer
shag
programs for that.
balls during practices. I need you to do
Well,
this or do that or clean.
You could hire them all to work on there and basically have it be like part of it is you can have an employee AR, right? As you're working here, you can
Yeah.
put stuff on your AR, but you're still paying them because I'd never like the, hey, if you do this, I'll give you this. No, you get paid a wage. You're allowed to
Yeah.
AR equipment.
I get that to a point. I run into the that's not. I don't want to time to something that they feel like they're obligated to have to
but
do.
that creates work ethic.
Right. The only problem, I mean, if they want a job, sure, fuck it. Here you go. Here's your job. This is what it is. This is what But I'm talking about the kids who can't afford to. They're working on other things, can't necessarily afford to have a job that they can't make it to.
Well, that's
right?
true.
But hey, on Thursdays when you can get here, you can work off that glove.
Well,
You know what I mean?
you can still pay
hire kids to do whatever.
Yeah, you just
But-
put them on a flexible schedule. You don't have to. They can work every Thursday to pay
Mhm.
off that glove or whatever, but you're
Right.
still paying them a wage. Because there's another part of that.
Well, I mean, ultimately, you have to show them that yes. Yeah, I mean, at the end of it,
Yeah.
you can either take this Rawlings glove, or at the end of it, you can take the $250, whatever. It's
Yeah.
up to you.
Right. That's what I mean is
Yeah.
how nice would it be to, I bought the glove and I still got $30-40 in my pocket
Right.
or whatever
I was
it is.
able to buy the fucking oil. And
yeah,
shit to go along with it. Yeah.
Not only that, I got
get you there.
lunch, that's what I'm saying. But also that's the other part of it is having some education things you could throw in there, even beside, because you could have classrooms. Because one thing, especially when it comes to I would tell you for part of it would be ongoing education for people trying to go to upper level of athletics would be
Mhm.
finance classes to understand how
Yeah.
all of that works, because you're literally, when you're talking professional athletes, you're giving kids, because they're still kids,
Yeah.
large amounts of money, and you think they're just going to be responsible with it.
Right.
In your early 20s, if somebody just dropped you $1 million, yeah, exactly.
Booyah! Hillbilly with a new
Strippers and
pickup.
cocaine.
Strippers and cocaine. The
Carly
normal
says-
problem that you run into with kids drafted out of early college into the pro league.
Right.
Strippers and cocaine.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's in the dugout or on the fucking ball field or wherever too.
I'm just saying there's a lot of things you could do to tie into it. But yeah, the reality is, though, for us to make it happen, we need about $10 million.
Yep, 10 mil.
It'd be about
The
what it,
size of facility that we want to build, indoor and outdoor, we need about 10 mil.
yeah,
And I would even say more than that.
Probably.
But again, that's something that as you create these
Well,
classes at the end of the year, when you look at how much you've made, guess what? We're going to build an outdoor field this year.
yeah.
We're going to build another 10 batting cages. We're going to build another 14 soccer goals.
We're gonna add X amount of basketball courts. Oh, hey, this year we're putting in a couple lacrosse fields. Oh, we're gonna have field hockey.
We're going to throw a bowling alley in here.
Right.
You
We're gonna have bowling. Now we're gonna have archery. Hell, we
Mhm.
may even have shooting. All of those. No, I mean, that's Olympic
there's
sports.
Olympic sports
yeah, I mean,
that involve shooting.
yeah, I'm just saying you turn it into basically to a degree.
Fucking Brody's over here like, I didn't mean to be a dick.
But that's the
It
other
just
portion
sounded
of it.
dumb.
Think about that though, as a business, for the opportunity there to train Olympic level athletes. So those
Yeah.
people who go, hey, oh shit, we'll go up there. They have a huge training facility. We'll go train for the Olympics up there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, this is building more. You need probably about, honestly, a 200-acre complex for expansion and everything. Yeah,
Eventually, yes. Yeah.
but but
yeah.
you'd want it in one spot. So up front, you'd want to try to get your hands on about 200 acres.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I would want more than that, simply because
Yeah, I'm just
the
telling you.
expansion is never ending.
Well, it could
right?
be, but
So
initially,
in our lifetimes, right,
right?
we expand it so far, but eventually, at some point in
Oh
time,
no, your children are gonna piss it away.
which I
That's
mean,
what
hey,
happens.
Here's what it is. If I get to the point on my deathbed where my kids are like, "Fuck you," I'm gonna be like, "Okay, cool." I'm gonna sell it to somebody who has the same dream that I had when I started this.
Yeah,
And you can just take the fucking money and do whatever you want with
Right.
your life and fucking
Yeah.
piss
That's
it all
part
away.
of privatizing it is you can be choosy about who you let in.
Yeah,
and
sir.
who you don't.
Right.
yeah.
exactly.
Sir Naptime says, or we got Ash said this should happen. Sir Naptime said a skating rink, which that would be
Yep.
skating, hockey, all
Yep,
of that.
Skating. You got hockey.
Carly's-
We would need at least 2.
Yeah,
You would want a designated hockey. If not, you could fluctuate
Like
between
your
the
practice
2.
rink.
But
Right.
yeah.
Kindle said that'd be awesome, and then Sir Naptime said, put it in a trust, which you would like
Yeah.
as far as going forward, as a private business. But you would have to do it the way we want to do it. It could never be a publicly
public-owned
traded. It would
entity.
have to be a private entity.
It would have to be, a private entity. Because if it was public, you would fucking screw it up immediately.
well,
Obviously, by the Parks and Rec system that they have now.
well, not just
Fuck
that.
you,
Even if
Parks and Rec.
it was a corporation that was publicly traded, because then you get into boards, you get into that,
Mhm.
then you get into politics, because at that point now you're just gambling.
Right. See, and I would want to run it in the same sense that, and I get Brody's over here like, you guys are fucking boring now.
Yeah,
This
no.
is interesting.
But hey, what I will tell you is at least it's not midgets, anal, or
Yeah.
squeezy cheese.
Or furry.
or
Hey, it
furry.
has structure, Brody. That's all Brody was like. I want something that has structure.
I mean, where do you land, Brody? What do you think? What do you think about what we're talking about?
And apparently, as far as Sheffy's
In
concerned,
my mind,
you're a
you guys
mute.
are going to like,
I'm what?
A mute.
you're like,
Oh.
oh, we need to start out big. Like you can start off small with like,
Mhm.
oh, we have a couple fields, and then
Yep.
once that gets enough income, then you expand. You don't have to start off as, oh, we have this huge structure.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, no, you wouldn't want to do that
Well,
because
yeah,
if you
that's right.
start too big, it gets
see, I
out of
think of
hand.
the more logical side of like, you start
No,
off small, you
well,
grow
see,
it.
and this is where I actually disagree, because you have in the current day and age, small startups struggle.
die.
They're
They
pushed
die.
out because bigger just eats you up.
Think about it like this.
That's why I say we
Where-
need a ton of startup cash, because we're gonna
Yeah.
have to weather
Yeah.
about 2 years of losses.
Yeah.
You're gonna want
Well,
more than
'cause
10
here's
mil.
what
Yeah.
I would tell
Maintenance
you.
Fees, you gotta hire people. You gotta,
Where can you find the stuff that you can't find in town?
Online,
On Amazon,
right?
right? Amazon is the key word when it's like, oh fuck, I can't get this right now. Where can I get it? Amazon. You go to Amazon, you find it, right? Amazon didn't start small, because even to run one warehouse is
did.
not small.
No, they started very small. He
But
quite
how
literally
many years did they run, right?
he literally started with books in the early 90s? Early 90s, out of his garage.
Okay.
Where Amazon's actually the bad example, what it's
Mm,
turned into.
Okay.
But you have to take what
'Cause I
corporate.
only fucking know of Amazon since like the
Yeah,
last
no,
couple years.
Bezos literally started Amazon out of his garage just selling books. Originally,
Right.
all Amazon was books. That's
Okay.
what you bought on Amazon. You bought books. Well, obviously, that's where the original like Kindle was just literally just to read books.
So what's your good example?
Your good example is things like Walmart. Yes, they
Mhm.
started small too, but most of those you get into. That's what I'm saying.
Walmart was created out of spite.
Well, it doesn't matter. It still took a lot of things over. But what I'm saying is that ability in the 80s and 90s to grow a small startup, like that's kind of where a lot of these guys came from. really it goes back to the 70s. What screwed everything was lawyers.
Well, yeah.
No,
I mean,
I'm dead
that
serious.
fucking-
That's what screwed it. So
that
you
literally brought apart the fucking saying, this country was built in denim and ruined by suits.
but what it came to is you had where these lawyers, a lot of them came from is when they talk about a lot of Gen Xers, that's where it came from. Is those
Right.
guys figured out, oh, wait, I can become a lawyer and basically take on a lot of these things and change it and make it hard for everybody else to basically do what I did.
Right.
And that's what it's turned into. So a lot of these things. So now,
shot at you fucking Gen X motherfuckers.
well, no, it kind of is basically in the 70s and 80s. That's where you had it. So you take these little companies that used to be able to grow to become big things.
Like Micron,
Yeah.
Amazon.
Well, right. But now,
Okay.
due to corporate structure and that, they have, and the way they've basically gotten into politics and been able to change the laws, the structures, and the things to benefit them, they can choke out any new business. There's just because they have, you also have to remember a lot of these companies going out, I think it's GE, IBM was on there, Amazon's on there. There's a handful of companies in this country that literally have a negative tax liability. And one of the things that's happened is a lot of these companies like Amazon, everybody goes, oh yeah, it's great. They come in and they bring in all these jobs. The only reason they get into these states is they have these, they'll only go to states that give them massive tax cuts. Actually, 9 times out of 10 wind up paying them to be there due to all of those things, because it's going to create jobs and growth in the economy, and we're going to get our taxes back another way. Brody's like, I'm out.
What are you talking about? He's gonna talk about taxes and all that. It's making me sleepy.
I fucking hate taxes.
But anyway, what I'm saying is you're in a position now where these big companies have structured things the way they can choke out. So you have to have backers from people in these companies to say, hey, here we'll give you money and startup, but you do have to have it big enough, have to be able to weather a couple years storm to,
right.
that's why I'm saying doing it as a small, that's a 50-year project. We'll never live to see the end of it. If you can become in mid-size or big,
I want to come in hot,
yeah,
bro. I want to come in like a wrecking
You
ball.
have to have the money to come in hot.
Right. You find the right people who want to invest
When
in
I
the
say
company.
small, I don't mean like mom and
No,
pop
I
size,
agree what
but,
you're
like,
saying.
you have to start somewhere. You can't just immediately go to
You come in.
massive-
You come in
No.
close to what your
But it
what your
goes-
target is, and then in the next 5 years you outgrow what your target was.
So Naps actually says it well. She says Bezos also got money from mom and dad, if you remember correctly. He had wealthy parents. They gave him about 250 grand. She's correct. Banks also now do not want to lend to smaller startups quite often. You would have to
play with the mom and pop game because the fucking choke out is so easy.
Well, yeah, then they have to be the ones that have to.
I mean,
you
think
know.
about it. Your tackle houses are fucking been shit on.
The
And
guy,
that's only in the realm that we play in on a daily basis. Have been shit on by these big companies like Bass Pro and Cabela's and Sportsman.
well, and the online, because you've got
And
Bass Pro and that,
online,
but
yep.
then you get the guys who are just online and they're just a go between.
See, and that's the best part about the sports complex is it's nothing you can do online.
Right. It's all active stuff.
Yeah. It's shit you have to be in person for.
And then Carly did say, so wait, if y'all do this, make sure to say sponsored by the podcast. It will make more watch.
Here's where I'm at.
Massive
with
Olympic
that. I could
complex
give
brought
two
to you
shits.
by Dose of Dysfunction.
I could give two shits what happens with the podcast. We do this for our own mental stability.
Yes.
But again, when you run into it, like for me, and I know this is taking it into a deeper conversation than, oh, let's giggle and have fun. But for me, this is a huge thing for the community that we currently live in, all four of us, because there's no reason why we should turn out like Detroit. We should never make it to that far. Or LA, right? Or Chicago.
Yeah.
Where it's literally, I mean, these places should never become, like Boise should never become one of those. Now, as we grow and we grow and we grow and we grow, I feel like at a certain point, we need to take care of the kids in the community. We need to make money off of the people who have had success with this, but we should also not only make money from that, but we should reiterate their knowledge and things like that into the sports and keep kids active. Now, I'm not saying that every kid is going to be the fucking best running back, wide receiver, home run hitter, pitcher, fucking soccer goal scoring, fucking lacrosse
No.
player on the world. But again, too, you can also open up a small section or a large section, depending on how big it gets, of esports players. I mean, it's not something that I would say, oh, yeah, I'm a video game professional.
No,
But there are people out there who are like that, and let's give them a place to fucking do that.
well, that's the same thing. You could bring in your martial arts stuff, your
Yeah.
MMA stuff, your boxing, your.
Mhm.
I mean, it's.
I mean, granted, football and then MMA drives the fucking insurance through the roof, I'm sure.
Well, the insurance
But,
you'd have to have on this
yeah.
place would be incredible.
I mean, you'll have to work with an insurance company to cover that kind of a thing.
Right. But that's again, you get into, if you can get big enough, then you can self-insure, and that takes a lot. But that's why you have to start out fairly big and aggressive. But yeah, you also have to be you have to be pocketed to weather years of loss, because you could potentially, before it turns a profit or can pay for itself, you could be 3 to 5 years into a business like this.
Oh yeah.
But ultimately, if you got it running right, what it would do for a community, think about it, what it'd bring in for a community and the opportunities it would give. Not only that, you're talking about a complex that, think about what it would employ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're bringing 1,000 jobs into a market with a place like that.
Well, and not only that, but you open up the doors to natural problems, right? Like say all of a sudden Idaho gets hit with a fucking hurricane for whatever reason because Oregon fell off the fucking face of the planet.
Yeah, it could happen. Yeah.
Now you have a
natural disaster relief.
You
have somewhere. Well, and that's the same thing. You go like Louisiana. Where do they put everybody? They put them in the Superdome.
Right.
I mean, but in there, you have a place that could be used in.
You can utilize it for so much more, but you're going to protect the community no matter what.
Right.
And that to me is number one. I could give two shits about making enough money to buy myself a fucking Rolls Royce. Buy me an old fucking pickup that makes it to work on Monday. I'm cool, right? But that ultimately, I want to create an environment and a place where kids can go after school and shoot hoops or play whatever sport it is they want.
You could have a community center there too that got into other things where you could teach kids woodworking or shop classes, and we actually have here a really great shop school, like the tech center here is
the Darrell A. I think it's Darrell A. Dennis Technical Education Center.
Yeah,
is what it is,
and
they do an amazing job with kids in high school.
And you can use that technical center for like office space and that to do seminars and classes and stuff like that for anything you want. They rent out those things,
right?
But that being said, that's what I mean is you could take this and now you could have a community center. It doesn't have to just be athletics. It could evolve into a community center that gives tutoring, gives anything to kids and
connect
youth.
It to the educational system as long as it's still, I mean, obviously it still stays as a private entity, but at the same point in time, you could offer it at a discounted price to the educational system to house and operate certain things. They could put on classes for sports or just for schooling, educational classes to move forward in life. You could do college credit type classes or after school academic educational
and think of it like this. We give hundreds of these states that bring in professional teams.
By the way, we're going to end up naming this sales pitch.
Probably. So anyway,
but you first have to buy into whitest tacos in town.
Yes. The whitest taco truck in town. Yes.
Followed by backwoods fucking barbecue or what are big game
burgers featuring hillbilly chili. Yeah.
Because that's how we're going to fund it.
That's a little smoker on wheels behind the burger one.
Oh, yes, exactly. We'll be towing triples barbecue here in no time.
Yep. It'll be a double.
Not only that, we'd have, and we're gonna fund it all off of our moonshine business.
Oh yeah, let's make that public
on bootlegging because nothing would be
done.
Yeah.
massive facility funded off of moonshine bootlegging
Look.
company.
Let's face it, some of the biggest businesses in this country were funded from illegal activities
Yep,
or to hide illegal activities.
absolutely.
So,
Right back to the suits and Tommy guns.
yep. And we
Well, they
could,
got big enough doing illegal that they could go straight.
well, yeah, we
Yeah.
could launder all that money through the stadium
Yes,
snack stands.
government, listen to us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're not big enough for anybody
Yeah,
to care.
right. I would be very surprised if anybody emailed us and was like, "You guys need to do this. I have a bunch of money to help you out with it."
Right?
Well, Brock, it's interesting you brought it up, and I know he wants to move on, but when I was in junior high and high schools, there actually was a rec center after school where I did go for
Mhm.
tutoring, but
Mhm.
it also had like a little snack shop at it.
Yep.
And like foosball tables where you could play ping pong or table tennis, whatever like that.
The
Or
YMCA,
get like math tutoring, which I did.
YMCA, Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
They,
right? And they do a
Yeah.
great job. I think we need to take it to another level where you're almost dumping more in than what's actually needed.
well, not only that,
because
you
right now
you could supplement those though with this facility. You could, because obviously you're not going to get, even in a valley of 500,000 people, you're
Mhm.
going to have this complex in one place. The reality for after schools for somebody in Caldwell, if it's
Yeah.
in Boise, you could not necessarily put your own business, put other facilities there, but then you could use, as a company, you could donate to facilities there to create other outlets for
Well,
those.
you could donate
Yeah.
camps and
Yeah.
practice sessions and stuff like that, where you send your best coaches, or you send, the respective coach. I mean, if you're trying to teach volleyball, okay, we got a bunch of kids in Caldwell who really need the camp, right? So you designate and you donate, and you work between the school
Well,
system and everything
that's
else.
what I mean.
to
You do
donate.
to outlets. So you got a Boys
Right.
and Girls Club over in Caldwell, and you donate money to it, but
Right.
you also donate some camps and stuff. So you can come in and
You
help
work
them, but
together
you're
to
not
make the community better.
right. You're not taking it over and saying, "This is my business." You're not becoming the big conglomerate.
Yeah, we're only strong if we stand together, but we're only weak if we stand on our own feet.
Correct.
And you work together and you donate things and you back and forth and that kind of stuff. But ultimately, it's the no one child left behind without being the flaws of, yeah, we just fucking passed him to pass him.
Right.
Now it's the no. He needs to stay back, and we need to work on this and get him to a point where he can do this.
Well, it's the idea of no child left behind by teaching children to elevate themselves,
Right.
as opposed to we're going to drag them along just because we feel bad. Yeah, it's the no, we're going to elevate them so they can do it on their own.
I got Carly is definitely 100% in to help fundraise this.
I was gonna say, if we wrote it all out, it's a hell of a business plan. It's finding it would
I mean,
be
ultimately, I think we should. Again, it's one of those passions for me. This turns me into that extremist, right?
right.
The guy I'm talking about all the time when I'm like, oh, you fucking his, her, that, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
whatever. This is the part of me that's like, I want to create this.
Yeah, but it's passion like that creates those things.
Right.
You can't. It's not dip your toe passion. You can't just be like,
No.
I want to
it's
dabble.
fucking
I want to dabble.
cannonball passion.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the all in, the one that you're like, dude, that dude's nuts. But you follow because you're like, you know what? He's passionate. I like the energy. I may not be all in with him, but I like the energy. I want to see where it's
Right.
going. That's somebody's got to be the cheerleader and somebody's got to be all in, right? They got to
Right.
be the nut job.
Yeah.
They got to be the Jerry Jones.
Got to be the guy
I hate
who
to say
gets
it.
totaled
Yeah.
because he's doing absolutely 100% of his passion.
Yeah. That you're like, whoa, we got to rein him back here and there. But it goes back to the same thing. It's better to have to rein somebody in than always push them forward.
Right.
So,
No, I agree.
all right.
Where are we at for time?
We're over 2 hours.
Holy mother.
Well,
Christ.
that's because, again, we got on something
yeah.
that you and I are
something-
passionate about.
Right.
Brody's
I
like,
don't know,
I could go take a
Don't
nap
worry,
in the
we'll put it
corner.
in a shooting range. You'll be fine.
Yes. And he's like,
Yeah. I'll give you $15. Let's start today.
I'm hearing this, so this is interesting. I like this idea.
yeah, I love the idea. It's the,
This was an idea it took me years to explain to Casey. I didn't just fucking walk up and be like, Casey, this is me and this is how I want to. I
Yeah.
think we talked about it. What, a week ago?
Yeah,
We've been friends
I've
for quite a while.
right. I've had ideas. Like I've always wanted a business, but it
You and me both.
to be something all encompassing, not just the like I want to just focus on the specific thing. I love the idea of something that kind of grows on its own a little bit, but spreads, but encompass more things and brings things in it. But a lot of people would fight you on that and tell you, well, that's socialism,
Well,
or that's this. You're trying to take over these programs. No, I'm just telling you that's where your argument's going to get. That is because when you're talking about now, anyway, there's a
I
lot
thought
of
he just offed himself with a finger gun.
no, he
I
was
like,
just like,
"Oh."
here we go. He's giving us the wrap it up sign.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit us with a would you rather so we can wrap this up, and then we can go on to the next episode, and Brody will be much more
Buttholes
engaged.
and squeezy cheese and
No,
midgets, because
no.
that seems to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not where we're going. We have another topic, but
We
Brody
do.
should be pretty happy
We
that
actually have a couple of topics, so we
we've
should be able to
stayed
work
very
through it.
structured here.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say this is probably
See, See,
time.
this whole thing where you didn't dive in and giggle and everything else. Now you're over here like, before we wrap it up. Yeah, this is because
2
we
hours in,
structured
bud.
something, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Fuck,
No.
we need to talk more about squeezy cheese and buttholes."
No,
But
he's
we're 2 hours in. And we have a whole nother
the
episode.
episode
We
to
do,
go.
we
Yes. All right. So here's the would you rather.
All right.
I hope you all like it. You're not going to. Would you rather be the plus one in a couple's threesome, or have a threesome with your significant other and bring in a third?
+1.
Plus one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, give me your reasons why. I mean, we got to make
Because
this.
I don't want to watch someone fuck my person, but I'll go fuck someone else's.
Not where I was
As
going.
long as they're okay with it.
So
Not
what
where-
you're saying is you were down with OPP.
So, I don't know.
What the fuck is OPP?
All right, now my age just bit me in the ass. There was a song back in it was the early 90s. Are you down with OPP? Other
Oh.
people's pussy is
Yeah,
what
no,
OPP
okay.
means.
Yeah.
I thought it
I
was
wanna
like a
share
term.
mine, but I'll share
Yours.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
Oh,
go a different route with this. I don't want to get replaced.
that too.
No, that's fair.
If I come in as the replacee and don't fucking perform enough,
Hey,
okay, great.
I
Yeah.
got
But if
one
I'm-
night's worth of fun out of it.
Right,
No.
exactly. But if I come in as the guy who's being replaced, if I fuck this up, nah, I'm out. Fuck that. I don't want anybody getting near
Yeah.
my fucking my designated. But if I'm like, I don't know, yeah, if I'm the replacee, I'm gonna look at that guy and be like, wow,
I'll go-
you
I'll go get,
you
like,
have
my
fucked
guy
up,
from
sir.
Real bad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, let me fuck this up to the point where she never wants this again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would
Because
rather
if
be
anybody walks into the bedroom and says that to me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah.
Not only am I gonna do the weirdest shit to you, so that you never want to come back, I may shoot you actually, literally in the ass on the way out the door. That could be a thing.
Bring in the midgets, the cheese.
I'm with you all on being I'd rather be the plus one just because I don't want all the drama that would come with bringing in somebody else in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. Like,
Trust me, I don't want to be the guy over in the
well,
corner
it's
going,
not
"What
even
about
that."
this little guy.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the first time I.
This one was fine last weekend.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
I
a
don't want to
statement that I
watch
haven't made
somebody
before.
do my significant other. And same thing, you
Mhm.
don't, even if you did, you don't want to be like, oh, they're enjoying that. I don't want this.
Right.
And not only that, they
Trust
don't
me, I
want
don't want to have to smack somebody in the nuts every 5 minutes to make it,
Well,
not worth it.
There's the other part is I don't think your significant other wants to watch it done to you, and then if you enjoy it, then be like, "Uh-oh."
Right. Right. No, I would totally agree. I don't know that my wife would be okay watching this go down, right? Like that's
Right.
ultimately, I think in a threesome, that's the part where it's like, well, do we bring in a third person for your pleasure or my pleasure,
Mhm.
right? And at that point, now you're fucking up somebody else's juju.
Well, and not
Right,
only
your
that, though, if
psyche.
you do it for one, then there will always be lingering. You have to do it for the other.
Right. It would be like a trade-off.
It's just a force.
Well, no,
No,
because
it would
each
be.
of us.
It would be. That's called an orgy, but it would be a trade-off. 1 week, this threesome is the wobbly H, and the next week, the threesome is. The next week is the threesome of smothered mustache and polished rod. You know, I mean, so you obviously at that point you're giving and taking a respectable, you know,
yeah,
amount from each other. But if it's just the one time, fuck no, don't replace me.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple $100 to go shoe shopping.
Yeah.
Don't fucking
Yeah.
replace me.
we
And
can
this
find
little guy,
other
I
ways
can't
for
do
this to work.
Don't replace me. I'll bribe you.
Yeah, seriously, I don't want to have to be
I'm
a
shocked
single
I can
dad.
get you with what I got.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right, right,
I
Yeah.
don't need you second guessing this. After the fact.
exactly.
No,
Exactly.
100%.
I know he's got a 6-pack, but please leave it out like in the fridge.
Look, you know
area.
you
I
want
don't-
a pony keg. Look, there's more to
Yeah.
love with the pony
exactly.
keg.
Exactly. You loved me for my handles, damn it.
Yeah.
2.5 inches is plenty.
I'll take Viagra. We'll stretch too. We'll stretch too.
Go get the pump. Go get the pump.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, but then again, too, at the same point, it's like, wait a minute, why you need him?
You
yeah.
don't need any more
What?
inches in your life.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you need him, but I got to deal with this fucking air gap. What the fuck? I get he's got fucking 10 inches of holy mother Christ. That shouldn't be alive. But I mean, come on. Then again, I'm looking at the Grand fucking Canyon here.
Oh,
You know?
shit. And the insults.
Honey, stop listening and go away.
Yeah. All I'm thinking is this. Could you imagine, though, being the +1 when the fight goes down and you're just like, oh, fuck.
So I'm gonna put these back
Yep.
on.
Exit stage. Well, oh, shit.
You guys have a lovely
Yeah.
China set. I'm gonna go now. Thank you. Have a good night.
He has to be smaller. That's my one.
Yeah. I only have one rule, and that is that we follow the rule book. Okay,
Yeah.
he's got to be smaller than me. He can't last as long as me. He needs to be slobbier than me, and he can't have any manners. And
Gotta make me look like a saint.
has to be Asian. That's
When you compare our sizes, mine has to look humongous.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to make eye contact with mine and me. Anytime you touch his, it has to be with closed eyes.
Yeah.
If you gotta rewrite the Constitution for this thing, just for all the list of rules.
I
Right,
was gonna say,
right.
This is why it never works. It
No,
just
oh, yeah.
doesn't
The
work.
only time a threesome works is in either a relationship that's very new.
Now, it's three
and
strangers.
it only worked for a few minutes, just so you know. Or just a fucking we landed in this situation or porn. That's
yeah. No,
those are
I'm
the
with you.
three. It's a very new situation, which never works out in the end, anyways.
Right.
It's a
Three strangers, basically, or three
Three
random people that
three
are like,
randos
you just
who
kind of,
landed in a dark room.
People that are like, yeah, fuck it, let's do this.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
three
have,
single
they're
people
not
who are
invested
horny
in any
at a
way
party.
other than just getting off.
Absolutely, or porn.
Yes.
Those are your three fucking. In a married relationship, if your woman looks at you and goes, "Let's bring somebody else into the bedroom," the first fucking thing you need to polish is your fucking signature for every goddamn divorce form you can fucking sign.
No.
Because
You
it
need
is
to make
done at
sure
that
you
point.
have funneled all the money into different accounts that they
all
can.
all of your vehicles need to be in your
Your
motherfucking
name,
name alone.
yeah.
All right, you want to bring someone in? Sign these papers.
First-
that they
yeah.
come after me
Yeah.
For
Yep.
anything after we divorce.
Yeah.
I can see that. Hey, Casey, I need to sell you my truck for $10. She asked,
Wait a
didn't
minute,
she?
what?
She
No.
asked you to bring somebody in, didn't
Uh-huh.
she?
Yeah, no, actually, I freaked my wife out a while back with this. I was like, "You want to fuck someone else?" Out of the blue,
What?
because what happened was, as I was in the job that I was in, I had a lot of guys who were around us, and one of the guys was really fucked up one day, and I said, "Hey, let's go get lunch." Right? We were on the same job site. There was a burger place on the job site. We went and got lunch. So what's wrong? I said, "What's going on with you? You know, what's the deal?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, my wife asked me yesterday if I wanted to sleep with someone else." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "No, she like literally, she asked me if I ever had the want to sleep with someone else." And I was like, "Okay, well, what did you say?" And he said, "No, I'm married to you, and I love you, and I would like to continue my life with you, and I don't want to have a
Holy
sexual relationship with anybody else."
No, it's not in
And
Alabama, dude. We
she-
just got like we had a spike in
I hit a For You page.
no Twitch. We have like 66 viewers at the moment. Somebody asked if this was
Damn!
Alabama. Like,
Woo! Alabama, we start talking about threesomes and wobbly H's,
yeah.
and Alabama got hard on it.
yeah, I was gonna
Hey,
say
crap, boy.
They're like, well, my cousin.
somebody's.
Right here.
Oh,
Hey, down there in them hollers, I tell
Oh,
you
I-
what.
It's the hat. You brought him in with the hat.
I'm
Probably.
guessing it's a raid, which I don't know.
Oh, some other streamer sent this.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
whatever
Watch
streamer
with
that
Wayne
is.
rated you with a party of 68
Thank you,
viewers.
Watch With-
Yes.
Oh, absolutely love that person.
You all look like Baja Boy. I don't know who Watch with Wayne is, but yeah, we have just got rated. All
Well,
right.
either fucking which direction. This
All
guy
right,
told
well.
me that this happened, and I said, so
Get her done.
immediately my first fucking thought, you can get her done. I'm sure I'm gonna get sued for that.
Copyright infringement.
I
Copyright
fucking love
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy, by the way.
Yes.
He's not.
Fucking
He's
awesome.
like the best. But I send this text message to my wife. I'm like, "Do you want to sleep with other people?"
No.
Yeah, because this guy's wife
She
was like,
fucking straight up. She was like, "Hold the fucking phone." My phone starts ringing. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I answer, and I'm like, "What are you doing? You're at work." She's like, "What? Fuck did you just ask me?" I said, "I'm just curious. Do you want to sleep with other people?" I said, "Maybe I don't fulfill your dreams and fantasies." And she goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is what you
This
She goes,
is
this
what-
is what you fucking text me at work?" I said, "Hey, I had a guy at work. I took him to lunch. He fucking felt bad. He was having a shitty day. His wife asked him that question and immediately followed it with a response of, 'I'm gonna fuck Jose,' or whatever the fuck
Right?
was here."
Yeah.
It was a landscaping job. I mean,
Yeah,
fucking
right?
8K.
So what?
He's I won't go into his name, but it was a very Hispanic name.
Juan.
Not quite, but either which
Juan.
Rodriguez was the last name,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
we go into the whole thing and she's fucking losing her shit, crying and everything else. I'm like, it's just a question. I don't know. I'm at work. It's not like I'm gonna peel off to go
Alright,
fuck
hold on.
somebody else.
I gotta.
I'm just curious here.
I gotta answer one that this guy says. I bet I can drink you boys under the table unless you were Bama boys. Son, we are from Idaho, and you have nothing on any one of us at this table.
Let's
so
strap on this bottle.
I was gonna say,
Yeehaw!
you boys.
Nothing to do here but drink.
Yes, I was gonna
seriously,
say,
it's not.
you boys ever been on a snipe hunt?
Are you okay? What you see on the table is 5 out of about 1,000 fucking bottles. that we
Yeah,
have
I was
on
gonna
shelf.
say.
Let's fucking play this game, big hoss.
That's just at this.
Yes.
Yeah, no shit. That's just what we have in the podcast studio. I mean, from there we have about
Can I get a potato gun blueprint from you?
fucking A right.
Yeah.
I'll send you one. I don't give a shit. Fuck the ATF.
We got.
Yeah.
It says one guy hits with the amount of noise canceling stuff on the wall is too damn high. Yeah, we went a little over the top.
That's high class blue trash.
We got a
right
roll
there.
tide. No, fuck roll tide.
No,
The
fuck
reason
them.
they're so
No,
loud
kiss my ass,
is 'cause
roll
this
tide.
man is so fucking loud.
Goddamn
Yeah,
right, boy. There you quit.
Get a couple of cases of cores in this guy.
You fucking-
Yeah.
You get noise complaints from the neighbors.
How's it go again? There's gold up in these here
There's
hills.
gold up in them
Oh my god, Red, just everything in this one.
And then he says, or the sound mufflers are not quite high enough.
Sound
Yeah.
mufflers.
Yeah. Oh, we got a war eagle from that would be an Auburn fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
not with our former coach being your head coach.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
no shit.
Hey, but thanks for taking him. What are we drinking? Well, tonight we
A lot
made
of
a
shit.
yeah. Tonight we made a cocktail of.
We got a lot of shit on the table.
If you want to try it, it looks about like premixed cement, but
Pour
it
yourself
was.
one and tell me how you feel about it.
Yeah, I
bud.
was gonna say it. It was what Huckleberry vodka, blackberry gin, tequila rose, Midori, blue curacao, and grenadine,
It
equal
was a little
parts.
fucking rough.
It was something.
Mm.
No, we're not duck
Tell
fans.
them what they're on right now.
They are on Dose of Dysfunction. It's our podcast.
It is our live 100% non-cut raw
Yes.
fucking the ass podcast that we do every Saturday night. or
Yes.
close to it.
And we are not duck fans. Look,
Fuck you and your goddamn Ducks bullshit. If
If
you're
you-
a Duck fan, get the fuck out. I don't
Yes.
like you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Get the fuck out.
And I'm sure the jokes will come rolling in, but we are Boise State fans, flat out.
You know
You gotta be
what this
down with the
stands
blue.
for? This is how many times the Ducks have beat the Broncos.
This is
Fucking
true.
0.
And then this guy says, I've been all over the world in good times and bad, but I ain't never been to Idaho.
Yeah, exactly. You know what this stands for? Big goddamn puss.
The reason you haven't been to Idaho is we don't tend to like to let anybody in.
We don't like anybody.
Ask Californians about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Idaho is actually awesome to
Utards.
visit, but
Yeah.
Utards.
Utards are the next one, man. I'm telling you, they're worse than the fucking Callahos.
This guy says, ack the blue field. No, the blue field
Hey,
is
You
great.
can go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Blue Field's amazing.
Yes.
Goddamn right.
Got to have a niche somewhere.
America.
Damn
America!
right,
America.
America.
Oh my gosh.
Dun-dun.
Yeah. Dun, dun, shh.
All right, wrap it up, Casey. All
All right. Well, I feel bad because we got like a watch party rated us or whatever, but yeah,
First episode.
we are wrapping up.
Just let them know there's plenty more to come.
Wait, who blew curacao and why is it in the drink?
Yeah.
That's about how Brody feels about it.
I fucking blew curacao because it's amazing. I don't give
Yeah.
a flying shit.
Yeah.
It
All
makes
right.
everything look like unicorn dreams. All right, shut the fuck up.
I do have to say thanks, Watch with Wayne. I'm gonna give him a big
Fucking
shout out
A-right.
because that's pretty
Watch with
badass.
Wayne.
Well, we're like almost 2.5 hours into our first episode, so we're gonna wrap up.
Right.
So I'll tell you, everybody though who is with Twitch, here in about 10 minutes, we'll be back with a whole nother episode. And
Of total fuckery.
yes, it's always fuckery. We do like audience interactions, so if you guys want to hit us
You
here,
fucking bring it on back and we'll throw it at you.
yeah, you hit it up.
We need a bathroom break.
I do have
Yes.
to tinkle.
No snow yet, but it's coming. Sir in the back left, step away from the mic and put it down.
You're too close to the shitter lid.
Ah,
Too close to the shitter lid.
all right. Well, I think we have to.
Guys.
We're gonna have to go. I have to figure out how to do this, but we gotta go over to Watch with Wayne and follow him because
Watch with Wayne. I'm on
that's badass.
it. Get
So
her done, son.
yeah, thanks for having us, and thanks for the guys who chimed in and followed us. We
Yeah,
greatly
the raid
appreciate
party.
it.
That was fucking cool. I
That-
appreciate it.
That
every
was
bit.
way awesome. So like I said, we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes.
That was a pretty strong thumbs
Yeah.
up right there.
So thank you guys.
Did you? I felt the intensity coming off my thumb.
I can feel the heat.
It almost gave me arm pump in my.
All right. Well,
Pretty impressive.
as always, check us out: YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. We try to be all over the
Email
place.
us. That's
You-
the only one I really know how to work.
yeah, most people just hit us up in comments or whatever. We're around.
We have hats.
Yeah, we love interaction. We do have Dose of Dysfunction hats.
They look kind of like that one.
It looks a lot like.
This one, but not like this one.
It's like that one. It's just a little bit different.
Yeah.
I have the other one. I'll show you next time.
So anyway, we appreciate you all. Come back and see us again here shortly. And
Bye, y'all.